Chapter 14:20. The three of them left the amusement park with their own thoughts. Lin Xian, I have to remind you of something. The Chu family is very powerful. Their assassination methods are very powerful. You must not be careless. Chu He is dead. More than 20 great virtual realm experts are dead. Of course, they will know that you did it. Even if they are afraid, they will definitely not have a good ending. Feng Ling reminded Lin Xian. I know. Do I need you to remind me? Scram. Feng Ling rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. However, she was truly shocked. He killed more than 20 great virtual realm experts alone in such a short period of time. How did he do it? She was not at the 10-star great virtual realm. Go back and have a good rest. I'm tired after playing for the whole day, Lin Xian said. Are you still playing tomorrow? Feng Ling asked. Oh. Lin Xian raised his eyebrows and looked at her. Don't misunderstand. I'm going to sleep in tomorrow, so don't bother me. With that said, Feng Ling released her spatial attribute and disappeared. Lin Xian. What about the Chu family? Wu Yuhan asked. Lin Xian shook his head. I'm not sure. Let's play for another 2 days. If it doesn't work, we can only use the last resort. But, isn't that too dangerous? Lin Xian said with a smile, Don't forget that I have the law of creation. In 2 or 3 days, I'll constantly release the law of creation to create things. The strength will definitely not be low. Alright. Wu Yuhan nodded. Let's go and have some fun. Wu Yuhan. Then, she was having sex with the hooligan, Lin Xian, that night. These days, Wu Yunuo would occasionally come out. Wu Yuhan was the one taking the lead. The next day, the Chu family was in complete chaos. What's going on? Where's Xiao He? Xiao He hasn't returned? Chu He's father, Chu Jingyun, was extremely anxious. Chu He was just too important to the Chu family. He was a rare genius in the Chu family, and he even had a chance of advancing to the heavenly Tao realm. After returning from the mystical realm, he was bound to be at the Great Void realm. It probably wouldn't take long for him to reach the heavenly Tao realm. Of course, he knew that Chu He had brought people to kill Lin Xian last night. Of course, he didn't think it was a big deal. Lin Xian was very important, but if he wanted to kill someone, how difficult would it be for the Chu clan? As long as it was done secretly enough, it would be fine. Moreover, his son was also very meticulous. He believed in him. However, he did not know if Lin Xian was dead or not, but it had been an entire night. Chu He and the 20 or so great virtual realm warriors of the Chu clan had not returned. Not only that, they could not even be contacted now. For some reason, he began to panic. Father, don't worry. Maybe they are still fighting? Chu Feng said. Still fighting. More than 20 great virtual realm martial artists killed a 10 stars heavenly venerable realm martial artist. Even if that Lin Xian advanced to the great virtual realm, how long can he last? Chu Jingyun gnashed his teeth in anger. He had a very uneasy feeling. Please don't let anything happen. Please don't let anything happen. That Lin Xian has the spatial attribute, as well as the laws of destruction and creation. He has the opportunity to escape from the spatial seal. Perhaps he has already escaped to the ends of the world. Big Brother and the others have also chased him to the ends of the world. That's why we can't get through to him, Chu Feng said. I hope that's the case. I hope that's the case. Chu Jingyun sat there smoking a cigarette. Master. At that moment, a person ran in. Is there any news from Little He? Chu Jingyun hurriedly stood up and asked. No, but I just discovered that Lin Xian was shopping with that girl. Chu Jingyun. My son brought 20 or so great virtual realm experts to kill you. Right now, I don't know whether my son is dead or alive. There's no news, and I can't contact him. You're shopping? At that moment, he was completely panicking. Lin Xian still hadn't run away? Furthermore, he was still shopping? In other words, his own son. Chu Jingyun's body staggered back repeatedly. Then he fell onto the sofa. Father. Chu Feng hurriedly ran over to support Chu Jingyun. Actually, he was feeling very happy. Why? With that being the case, his older brother had been killed by Lin Xian. In that case, the future of the Chu family would fall into his hands. Otherwise, it would definitely be Chu He's. Nice. Little he. Little he. Chu Jingyun's body was trembling. He truly couldn't understand. With over 20 great virtual realm experts, and even a rank 10 great virtual realm expert, why wasn't Lin Xian injured? Why was he shopping today? Why were all his people dead? Why? He couldn't understand at all. Father, we must avenge Big Brother. Chu Feng had a very sad expression. Crack, crack, crack. Chu Jingyun tightly clenched his fists. Yes, they must avenge him. But the strongest person in the Chu family was a great virtual realm expert. Last night, they had sent out a great virtual realm expert as well. However, they were still uncontactable. In addition, Lin Xian had appeared in the Wind City and was happily shopping. He had reason to believe that no matter if it was the 20+ experts or his son, they were all dead. This Lin Xian must have some experts secretly protecting him. Only then did Chu Jingyun realize that. It must be. Otherwise, with his cultivation, how could it be possible? Perhaps it really is. Chu Feng nodded. Then it's really not easy to make a move. At least, it's not easy to make a move openly. Then, how can we make a move? How can we kill him? How can we avenge my son? Chu Jingyun's eyes were blood red. Assassination. Last night, the 20+ people were assassinated. However, none of them survived. Father, can we try poison? Poison? Of course, no problem. But how? Chu Jingyun gritted his teeth. At that moment, an old man next to him said, Master, there will be a grand banquet in the Imperial Palace tomorrow night. Perhaps there will be a chance to make a move at the banquet. As long as that person participates. Chu Jingyun's eyes suddenly lit up. Right. There were plenty of ways to make a move at the banquet. If it really didn't work, he would go find the emperor and ask the emperor to cooperate with him. After all, the Chu family had been the Imperial Palace's dog for a very, very long time. That's right. The Wind Nation was the same as the Ice Nation. They had an emperor. The Hua Nation was more similar to Earth. However, the emperor might not have much power, but he was still an emperor. But now, the important thing is, how do we make that Lin Xian participate? Chu Feng said. That's easy. Hasn't he been quite close with the Feng family's Feng Ling recently? Feng, help send the Feng family's invitation. Send 2 more. Also, I don't think you need me to teach you how to hint, right? Chu Feng nodded. I understand. Go. Chu Jingyun waved his hand weakly, then leaned on the sofa. His entire person seemed to have aged 20 years in an instant. Lin Xian. His eyes flickered with killing intent. You will undoubtedly die. I will kill you. Chapter 14:21. My waist hurts. Lin Xian massaged his waist. Wu Yuhan. This is so infuriating. You took advantage of me, yet you're still acting innocent? Scram. Little Yuhan, you're too much. You don't understand men at all. Men are really bitter creatures. Lin Xian sat up and stretched his back. Wu Yuhan put on her clothes and wanted to give Lin Xian a kick. Are we going to start our plan today? Wu Yuhan couldn't be bothered to talk to Lin Xian about this topic. Bastard. Lin Xian pondered for a moment. Why don't we wait a little longer? Wu Yuhan nodded. Anything is fine. I'll listen to you. Lin Xian said, I think that the Chu clan will make a move soon since I've just killed Chu He. They must know that I was the one who killed him. Let's make use of this opportunity to find out if the Chu clan is the culprit. Wu Yuhan nodded. Of course, she would listen to Lin Xian. Women were born to rely on men. When a woman chose a man, it was definitely because the man attracted her and gave her something to rely on. Thus, no matter what, a woman would feel a sense of security around a man. Then, what should we do today? Let's continue playing. Lin Xian grinned. All right. It had been a long time since he had played for so many days. Lin Xian took it as an opportunity for himself to relax. Meanwhile, in the Feng clan, Chu Feng arrived with a smile on his face. Feng Ling and the others were discussing something in the main hall when Chu Feng walked in. Uncle Feng, Big Brother Feng. Chu Feng bowed respectfully. Oh, it's little Feng. What brings you here? Feng Qingyang asked with a smile. It's like this. Chu Feng took out some invitations and placed them on the table. There's a banquet at the Imperial Palace tonight. I believe everyone should know about it, right? Feng Qingyang nodded. Amen, of course. It's the Emperor's birthday tonight, so we'll definitely be there. This is an invitation. The Emperor's birthday must be as lively as possible. Therefore, there will be a lot of invitations. There may be a lot of people that the Emperor doesn't know, but he wants it to be lively. As long as it's a big clan, the people that are brought by outstanding people should be more outstanding people. Therefore, His Majesty specially instructed my father, and my father also instructed me to specially inform the major clans when sending the invitations, that if there are some relatively powerful or outstanding people, it would be best for any of the clans to bring any of them. It would be more lively, so everyone should go, Chu Feng said with a smile. Of course, we'll definitely be there. Then I'll take my leave first. I still have to deliver the invitations to the other families. Then, Chu Feng walked away. Feng Qingyang glanced at the stack of invitations. He has an ulterior motive. Feng Qingyang shook his head. Feng Ling frowned. The Chu clan was here to deliver the invitations, and Chu He and the other experts were killed by Lin Xian. Now that Lin Xian was close to her Feng clan, she couldn't help but think that they were trying to lure Lin Xian over. Feng Ling didn't tell anyone about what happened last night, not even Feng Qingyang. So, Feng Qingyang didn't even know that Chu He was dead. To be more precise, other than Feng Ling and the Chu clan, no one else knew about Chu He's death. However, Feng Qingyang was an old fox. He could tell that there was an ulterior motive behind Chu Feng's words. However, he couldn't figure out what it was. There wasn't such a situation in the past, and it was only this time. What was different about the Feng clan this time? Lin Xian? Feng Qingyang frowned. The only difference was that his daughter was very close to Lin Xian. Was it really because of him? Lingling, did Lin Xian do something? Feng Qingyang asked. Ah. Feng Ling was stunned. Looking at Feng Ling's expression, as her father, Feng Qingyang knew that something was wrong. His daughter was swift and decisive. She would never act like this. Unless she had something on her mind. What did you do with Lin Xian? Feng Qinghao and Feng Qingyu glanced at one another. Dad, you can't be suspecting that big sister has slept with Lin Xian, right? Feng Qingyu asked. Feng Qingyang, Feng Ling, get lost. How did I give birth to such a foolish son like you? Feng Qingyang glared at him. Feng Qingyu lowered his head in grievance. He felt that he was right. His father was asking his sister what she had done with Lin Xian. What did that man and woman do? The only thing that came to his mind was that they went to bed. Feng Ling lowered her head and hesitated for a moment. Last night, Lin Xian killed Chu He, and more than 20 absolute void stage experts from the Chu clan. Gasp. Feng Qingyang and the others could not help but gasp. Lin Xian killing Chu He wasn't something to be shocked about, because Chu He was inferior to Lin Xian in the first place. As for why Lin Xian would kill Chu He could think of a few possibilities. What he needed to take note of was that Chu He was the eldest son of the Chu clan and a top-notch genius. However, the most shocking thing was that Lin Xian had killed more than 20 absolute void stage experts. What happened? Feng Ling shook her head. I'm not sure. We were playing in the riverside park when we were tricked by the Chu clan's illusory formation. When I walked out of the illusory formation, Lin Xian had already killed all the experts. They must have come to assassinate Lin Xian. However, Lin Xian's strength is too terrifying. Is he at the absolute void stage? Feng Ling nodded. Although he's at the absolute void stage, there are more than 20 absolute void stage experts in the Chu clan. He even took less than 2 minutes to kill them all. Feng Qingyang could not help but be shocked. There's a reason why he could get first place in the Qianwu conference. There's a reason why you can't beat him. Wind Chimes also sighed helplessly. Yes, she really could not beat him. However, I'll work hard. This God's Awakening door is my chance. I have a high chance of surpassing him. Feng Ling said, unwilling to admit defeat. It seems like their target this time is Lin Xian. Feng Qinghao said, that's right. The Chu clan is very close to the imperial family. They're just a dog of the imperial family. However, you can't say that. The imperial family is not as powerful as you think. They're only slightly stronger than the Chu clan and the Feng clan. If the Chu clan and the imperial family discuss this banquet might be a trap for Lin Xian. Feng Qingyang said, then I won't talk to him. Speak. Feng Qingyang said. Huh? Feng Ling looked at him in confusion. It's up to him. He's definitely not here for a vacation. You can talk to him and let him decide for himself. Feng Ling nodded and then contacted Lin Xian. Hey, little Ling Ling, do you miss me? Moo. Feng Ling was speechless. Chapter 14:22. In the Feng family's hall, those people were embarrassed. Because they had all heard it. Feng Ling was definitely the most embarrassed person. Bastard. Speak human language. Feng Ling gritted her teeth and said, was he crazy? Why did he open the conversation with her like that? She had caused her father and brother to misunderstand her. That's human language. I love you. Lin Xian said with a grin. Feng Ling was speechless. Cough, cough, cough. Feng Qingyang coughed dryly. Could it be that his daughter had developed a romantic relationship with Lin Xian in the past 2 days? You. Feng Ling gritted her teeth. Bastard. Bastard. I'm on speaker. I have people with me. I still love you. Feng Ling was speechless. Cough, cough, cough. Feng Qingyang could not help but cough dryly again. My father and the others are with them. Lin Xian was speechless. Cough, cough. What's the matter? Lin Xian then coughed dryly and asked. Damn it. Feng Ling really wanted to kick him to death. Then, Feng Ling roughly told Lin Xian some things. Are you going? Feng Ling asked. Of course, how can I not go? I'm eating grilled fish with Yuhan at Subei Square. Do you want to come? It's my treat this time. Also, help me send the invitation. Thank you. With that, Lin Xian hung up the phone. Feng Ling was speechless. Damn it. If she remembered correctly, she did not say that she was going, right? This kid has you in his clutches. He's a smart person. No wonder he has so many beautiful and outstanding girls around him. Sure enough, go. Feng Qingyang said. I'm not going. I'll get someone to send it to him. Didn't he say that he wanted to treat you to grilled fish? You should take advantage of him. Feng Qinghao said. Feng Ling's beautiful eyes lit up. Yes. I'll go then. Then, Feng Ling disappeared in a flash. At the grilled fish shop in the mall, Wind Chimes took a picture of the invitation and gave it to Lin Xian. You said it was your treat today. Windling confirmed and said. Lin Xian glanced at the invitation and then put it away. He smiled and nodded. Okay, it's my treat. Order whatever you want. All right. Then, Windling glanced at the menu and realized something. Ah. She was going crazy. She suddenly realized something. This was not a 5-star hotel. This was not a luxurious restaurant. It was just a grilled fish shop in a shopping mall. The average cost per person was 150 to 200 yuan. Even if she ordered the most expensive thing, would she be able to get 2,000 yuan? Wow. This person was a real dog, a real dog. What's wrong? Lin Xian smiled as he looked at Windling. I suddenly lost my appetite. I want to eat something else. Feng Ling said. All right, you can choose from this shopping mall. Feng Ling was speechless. Not in this mall. Lin Xian smiled. All right. Anyway, little Yuhan and I are almost done eating, so I'll accompany you to eat something else. Let's go. Windling's evil plan succeeded. Her beautiful eyes lit up. Then they walked out. Damn. Is there anyone selling pancakes here? Xiaoyu, do you want to roll a pancake? Lin Xian saw the entrance of an alley. Sure. Wu Yuhan nodded. Feng Ling took a look. Frankly speaking, it was very fragrant. However, she had never eaten pancakes from roadside stalls. It felt very dirty. Lin Xian and Wu Yuhan ran over there directly. Feng Ling followed them in surprise. She looked at the various vegetables and meat on the table. However, she could not stand the pot of oil. Lin Xian and Wu Yuhan chose and passed it to the boss. Add more chili and roll 2 pancakes together, Lin Xian said. All right. Lin Xian then looked at Feng Ling and asked, You're not eating? Is this good? Cut the crap. When I was young, the happiest time was when I went to roll a pancake with my sister. Lin Xian said. Feng Ling glanced at Lin Xian. Boss, I want one too. Choose your own dish. Soon, Lin Xian held a pancake and took a bite in satisfaction. Feng Ling glanced at it and then tried it. To be honest, although it was not as exquisite as the food in restaurants and hotels, it had a deliciousness that she had never tasted before. It was indeed delicious, especially with the addition of chili and sauce. How is it? Not bad. Feng Ling nodded. There's a rujiamo over there. Want one? Sure. Then, each of them had a rujiamo. After the rujiamo, there was a serving of stinky tofu. Feng Ling had never eaten it before, but it felt really good. I'm full, I'm full. I'm not eating anymore. Feng Ling saw Lin Xian buy another pancake and quickly shook her head. You're full? Do you still want to go to the hotel? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Feng Ling was speechless. She was dumbfounded. Ah. Lin Xian. You. Feng Ling was so angry that she pointed at Lin Xian and was speechless. She was fooled, she was fooled. She was full. Did all the food he ate add up to 30 yuan? She lost. If she had known earlier, she would have eaten grilled fish. That way, she could have cheated Lin Xian more money. Now, it was only 30 to 40 yuan. Wow. How could someone be so obnoxious? Wu Yuhan just realized this. Really, she wanted to laugh. This Lin Xian. He was really. Just you wait. Anyway, you agreed. When we go to Lin and City, you'll treat us. Lin Xian smiled and nodded. Yes. Then let's play together today? Let's go to the banquet tonight. Feng Ling glanced at Lin Xian. You know it's a Hongmen banquet. Why do you still want to go? What's the difference if I go or not? It's dangerous if I go or not. I might as well go and take a look. Maybe I can solve some problems. Lin Xian smiled. But some dangers are unknown. At a banquet with all kinds of people, you have to be more careful. Lin Xian nodded. I know. I want to see what tricks they have up their sleeves. I hope they're a little better and not too stupid. Otherwise, it won't be fun at all. Then be careful. Are you worried about me? Lin Xian raised his eyebrows. Feng Ling was speechless. You're finished. You're starting to worry about me. That means you're not far from falling in love with me. Women are just so. Lin Xian laughed. Feng Ling was speechless. CK your sister. She couldn't help but swear. I'm only doing this because if you're dead and I go to Lin and City, who's going to treat me? Feng Du, this young miss will definitely get it back from your hands in Lin and City. Feng Ling said proudly. Let's go and play. Humph. Time slowly passed and the sky slowly darkened. Tonight's Feng Du was especially lively. Because it was the Emperor's birthday, the streets of Feng Du felt like they were celebrating the new year. All the major shopping malls and the like had a lot of discounts today. Lin Xian and the others had already arrived at the entrance of the Imperial Palace. Chapter 14:23. Lin Xian was speechless as he looked at the bustling and humongous Imperial Palace. This upper-class society was indeed quite impressive. However, even if you were an emperor, in this era, the emperor was no longer the only emperor. An emperor was merely a representative of an empire, similar to the president of Heavenly Blue Planet. He had power, but he could not do whatever he wanted. However, there were times when everyone had to give face. Lin Xian had already made some preparations. All that was left was to see how they would make their move. Be careful. Wu Yuhan reminded Lin Xian. I know. Feng Ling did not walk with them. She was following the Feng family. In fact, under normal circumstances, she did not like to come to this banquet. It was fine if the elders came. But today, Lin Xian was here. She also knew that this was a feast at Hongmen. He wanted to see what would happen. Let's go in. Then, they took the invitation and entered the Imperial Palace. Tonight, the Imperial Palace was simply beautiful. All kinds of lights were shining. Although it was night, there wasn't any dark place in the Imperial Palace. From the first step in, you couldn't find a place without people. Everywhere you looked, there were people. Most of them were those who had already arrived and were walking towards the banquet. However, there were also some waiters and the like in the Imperial Palace. The two went to the depths of the plaza. It was a very large open-air plaza, but at this moment, the plaza was decorated like an open-air party. It was very beautiful. There were all kinds of tables and chairs in the surroundings. All of them were filled with food and wine. The lights were flickering, and everyone was chatting with each other while holding a glass of wine. Lin Xian roughly scanned the place. There should be no less than 400 to 500 people here. Moreover, not all of them had arrived. He estimated that there would be more than 1,000 people. Is that him? Lin Xian glanced at a middle-aged man who was holding a glass of wine and chatting with a group of patriarchs. Feng Qingyang was also in the group of people who were chatting with him. The other men and women were looking for handsome men and beautiful women. To them, the banquet was actually an opportunity to hook up with rich guys. Feng Ling said that the Chu family has a very good relationship with the royal family. So, since they want to call you over, they might actually collude with the royal family to make a move on you. Wu Yuhan reminded him. I'd like to see how they're going to do it. The corner of Lin Xian's mouth curled up, then he picked up a glass of wine and swirled it. What are you looking at? Wu Yuhan asked. I'm looking to see if there are any beauties. Lin Xian. Wu Yuhan was speechless. Then she walked away. Hey, where are you going? Find a man. Lin Xian couldn't help but smile. He guessed that this girl just wanted to walk around and see if she could get some information. When Lin Xian arrived, many people's attention was already on Lin Xian. Lin Xian. Chu Feng's eyes narrowed as he looked at Lin Xian. He had a bit of conflict with Lin Xian before. However, he was not on the same level as Lin Xian. How should he put it? Lin Xian killed Chu He. He was even grateful to Lin Xian from the bottom of his heart. However, feeling Lin Xian didn't mean that he had to repay Lin Xian. It only meant that he had no reason to kill Lin Xian. That's Lin Xian. A man was standing beside Chu Feng. Yes. First place in the Qianwu Assembly. Amazing. Where's your brother? He's also in the top 10. That man asked. Oh, my brother probably didn't come. The news of Chu He's death had yet to be spread. Thus, no one knew about it. Then I'll go and chat with him. Hi, Lin Xian. That man smiled, waved his hand and ran over. Lin Xian? A sudden voice attracted the attention of some of the people in the surroundings. Which Lin Xian is that? Damn. It seems to be him. I've seen the live broadcast of the Qianwu Assembly. Isn't he that brother Kuru? He's also here? I heard that the person who got first place in the Qianwu Assembly was a person called Lin Xian, right? Where did you hear that? Didn't it not get exposed? I think he accidentally said it at some occasion after he came back. Anyways, I've seen the live broadcast and know this person. His results in the first 2 rounds were explosive. And he's Lin Xian? Then the first place of the Qianwu Assembly is probably him. Wah. So he's actually the first place of the Qianwu Assembly that suppressed Duan Lingxiao and Chu He. Little brother. Very inexplicably, Lin Xian didn't do anything here. He just sat there drinking red wine and occasionally glancing at the girls. Then, he was surrounded by a group of people. This Lin Xian is also here? Sima Yan frowned. Beside him stood Sima Lian. It's this Lin Xian. Sima Lian's eyes also focused. This Lin Xian had obtained the 10,000 evil lightning and snatched it from their hands. They also knew that the capable obtained it, but who would be willing to accept it? Liuzhou City, where the Sima family was located, was not far from here. Liuzhou City was within Feng Nation, but it was very remote. However, their Sima family was also a famous family, so it was normal for them to be invited here. This emperor was very concerned about his face, so he was as grand as possible. Lin Xian. Chu Jingyun's eyes focused as he looked at Lin Xian from afar. He gritted his teeth. He's that Lin Xian? Emperor Hai's eyes stared at Lin Xian, who was surrounded by people in the distance. Yes, Emperor. Tonight, please cooperate with me to kill him and avenge my son, Chu He. Chu Jingyun said. But this Lin Xian is the first place of the Qianwu tournament. If something happens to him, Chu Jingyun said, my son is also in the top 10. What's the difference between the top 10 and first place? Alright. Since we've already promised Chu family head, then let's act according to the plan. Sima Yan's eyes focused. He's actually the first place of the Qianwu tournament, Lin Xian. Only now did Sima Yan realize this matter. This is somewhat inconceivable. Fortunately, we didn't provoke him at that time. If the news is correct, this Lin Xian is even the Yaxuan group's Lin Xian. Sima Lian said. Then father, we make friends. Sima Lian said. Not to mention Lin Xian's potential, the Yaxuan group would definitely be a great power in the continent in the future. These people could see it clearly. Sima Yan nodded. Understood. Then he walked over. Young Master Lin. Sima Yan smiled at Lin Xian. Lin Xian squeezed out from the girls and his gaze fell on Sima Yan. Isn't this Sima family's Sima Yan? The corner of Lin Xian's mouth curled up as he looked at Sima Yan. I didn't expect to meet young Master Lin here. Nice to meet you. Everyone opened their mouths. Chapter 14:24. Sima Yan's status in this banquet was very high because the Sima family was really powerful. Therefore, at first, there were still people who doubted Lin Xian's identity, but now, there was no need to doubt it. Even Sima Yan from the Sima family came to befriend him. There were some small conflicts before, but I think it's normal. After all, it's normal to fight for a heaven and earth spirit treasure, right? Sima Yan said with a smile. I think so too. Lin Xian nodded. I just didn't expect to see you here. If I had met young Master Lin earlier, I would have participated in the Qianwu conference no matter what. Sima Yan said with a smile. Then my face is really big. Lin Xian exchanged all kinds of pleasantries with him. Ka. On the other side, Chu Jingyun and the others stared angrily at Lin Xian, who was like a star surrounded by stars. F***ck your mother. Your Majesty, let the banquet begin. Chu Jingyun said. Hai Tianxia nodded. Okay. Then, Hai Tianxia walked over, and everyone's eyes gathered on him. Everyone quiet down. Everyone quieted down. I'm very grateful to everyone for coming to my birthday banquet. Some of you even came from faraway places. I'm very grateful. Your Majesty, we will naturally come to your birthday banquet. That's right. Everyone agreed. Good. Today, I also saw many young geniuses. I even found out that the champion of this year's Qianwu conference actually came to this banquet. Hearing this, many people who didn't know were stunned for a moment. Then, their eyes followed Hai Tianxia's gaze and looked at Lin Xian. Great. Your presence brings light to my banquet again. Now, let the banquet officially begin. Everyone, eat and drink well. Don't be restrained. Then, the banquet officially began. Lin Xian felt a little strange. You can't have poisoned all the food in the banquet, right? Then, if you did that, how did you make a move on him? You want to secretly approach him and poison him? Isn't that a little too low level? Even though Wind Chimes was also chatting with some people, she was also curious about this. After a while, a seemingly inconspicuous old man suddenly passed by Lin Xian's side. Then, with a superb technique, he stabbed a silver needle into Lin Xian at an unimaginable speed and pulled it out. It was so fast that Lin Xian didn't even feel it. That was right. Their methods might not be that great. They were just a single person that the Chu clan had spent a huge amount of resources to hire. And this person was called Black Wind Ghost Hand. He was a very powerful poison master from Feng Empire. In fact, he should be a villain, a wanted person by the three major powers. But if they could kill Lin Xian, who couldn't they invite? However, this person was invited by the Chu clan. Of course, the Chu clan also gave a lot of rewards to the emperor. The emperor's family might be above the Chu clan, but not by much. The Chu clan still had a lot of things that caught Hai Tianxia's eye. Then, the old man passed by Lin Xian's side and gave Hai Tianxia a look. Then, he smiled and greeted a person that had already been planted there. They drank and chatted. However, this scene was seen by Wu Yuhan. She had been worried about how these people might make a move on Lin Xian, so her attention was actually on Lin Xian from another direction. Bastard! You're still chatting with a girl. You've been tricked. Wu Yuhan secretly gritted her teeth and walked towards Lin Xian. You've been tricked. She transmitted a message to Lin Xian. At such a close distance, it shouldn't be discovered. Lin Xian froze for a moment. The old man behind you used a very fast technique to attack you. It might be poison, Wu Yuhan said. She was a large success in the dark attribute. A powerful dark attribute cultivator definitely had one strong point, and that was their eyesight. Lin Xian's expression didn't change as he transmitted a message to Wu Yuhan. I got it. Actually, if it was poison, Lin Xian wouldn't be afraid. However, he was still very grateful for Wu Yuhan's warning. Indeed, there was always someone better than you. He had been tricked without even realizing it. Then, Lin Xian took a pastry and casually swallowed an antidote pill that he had refined earlier. This antidote pill was a very high-grade antidote pill. Lin Xian didn't believe that in terms of medical skills and poison, you could compare to him. Chu Jingyun revealed a pleasantly surprised expression. So what if you're the champion of the Qianwu conference? So what if you've advanced to the virtualization stage at such a young age? Aren't you still going to die? Time slowly passed. However, Lin Xian was still smiling calmly as he talked about life and dreams with the girls. Of course, Lin Xian also did something along the way. Didn't you want to poison me to death? Let's see who's going to be poisoned to death. Therefore, Lin Xian secretly used an extremely fast method to stab the old man with a needle. The old man also didn't realize it. Emperor, how long will it take for the poison to take effect? Chu Jingyun asked in confusion. 20 minutes had already passed. Logically speaking, it should have taken effect. I don't know either. That senior Black Wind ghostly hand's poison. Only he knows. However, I know that once he's poisoned by Black Wind ghostly hand, even if the King of Hell doesn't want him, he'll still have to crawl into hell. Hai Tianxia said indifferently. Feng Ling moved to Lin Xian's side and asked, "How is it?" "Count to 10. Lin Xian smiled. Ah! She was stunned for a moment. Then, she followed Lin Xian's instructions and started counting. Black Wind ghostly hand was a little puzzled. Something was wrong. That person had already been poisoned by him. Logically speaking, 20 minutes should have been enough for the poison to take effect. When it did, his internal organs would have already been infiltrated by the poison. Therefore, he would have died within a few seconds of the poison taking effect. Therefore, there was no way he could have reacted. However, 20 minutes had already passed. Why was he still beaming with joy there? 10. Just as Feng Ling counted to 10, Black Wind ghostly hand's pupils suddenly shrank. Puff! A mouthful of black blood spurted out. His figure staggered a few steps back and then, plop! He fell to the ground and stopped breathing. Ah! This sudden scene made some people unable to help but scream. In an instant, that position had been vacated. What? Chu Jingyun and Hai Tianxia were completely stunned. What the hell was this? Why was Black Wind ghostly hand the one who was poisoned to death? Why? That Lin Xian was still standing there happily chatting? How could this be? Hai Tianxia frowned. Chapter 1425. Hai Tianxia, Chu Jingyun and the other experts walked towards the corpse of Black Wind Ghost Hand. Due to the sudden death of a person, many people in the surroundings hurriedly ran far away. However, all of them were surprised and watched curiously. Feng Ling was stunned. Lin Xian asked her to count to 10, and when she counted to 10, a person died? What was going on? Lin Xian, did that person attack you? Feng Ling was not a fool. Lin Xian would not kill someone for no reason. Lin Xian nodded gently. They really did attack. Feng Ling secretly gritted her teeth. Lin Xian curled his lips. So what? An old man squatted down to investigate and frowned. He's dead. The old man said. Chu Jingyun and Hai Tianxia frowned. Why? Didn't he want to poison Lin Xian to death? Why did he die? How did he die? Chu Jingyun hurriedly asked. Poison. Chu Jingyun. What the F***CK? He poisoned himself to death? Who did it? Chu Jingyun then pretended to stand up and glance at the crowd. Maybe he did it himself? Lin Xian said with a smile. Humph? Someone poisoned himself to death? What do you mean? Lin Xian said with a smile. What I mean is, maybe he poisoned others and accidentally poisoned himself to death? Of course, it's just a guess. That's all. Chu Jingyun's eyes suddenly narrowed. Hai Tianxia's eyes also narrowed. What did he mean by that? His words were clearly meant for Chu Jingyun. Could it be that he knew that they wanted to poison him to death? Could it be that Lin Xian was the one who poisoned Black Wind Ghost Hand to death? Lin Xian wasn't afraid anyway. Unless they took out a Heavenly Dao Realm expert, Lin Xian wouldn't be afraid as long as it wasn't a top-notch 10th stage Great Void Realm expert. Then I'll tell you today, I did it. So what? He men, take his body away first. We can't let it affect the banquet. Wait. Lin Xian said at this moment. Anything else? Hai Tianxia glanced at Lin Xian. Since this person is dead, shouldn't we investigate his identity? What was the meaning of this? Are you worried about exposing his identity in front of everyone? Lin Xian said with a smirk. He didn't give Chu Jingyun and Hai Tianxia any face. Nonsense. You guys wanted to kill yours truly? Do you think yours truly would show you any mercy? Bull**T. What did you say? Do you mean that I have something to do with him? Hai Tianxia's eyes narrowed as he looked at Lin Xian. I didn't say that. What I meant was that the process was wrong. That's right. I think so too. Someone was poisoned to death for no reason at this banquet. How can we just let him stay here? There are still murderers here. Perhaps this old man has nothing to do with us, but since this happened here, we can't just stand by and watch. Sima Lian walked out and said indifferently, "Yes, I also agree. May I ask if anyone here knows him? Or did someone else come with him?" Feng Qingyang asked, but no one answered. Then it seems that no one here knows him. But why would someone poison him? Then family head Feng might have to ask someone who was in a hurry to take him away. Lin Xian said with a smirk. "Brat, what do you mean? Are you saying that I poisoned him to death?" Hai Tianxia glared at Lin Xian angrily. This was not good. Since he had already suspected him, he must have suspected Chu Jingyun as well. His suspicion might not have any effect on him, but it was still not good. "That's not what I meant. I just felt that there was something wrong with His Majesty's hurry to take him away. That's because this emperor didn't think it through. After all, this is this emperor's birthday banquet. How can a dead person be present at my birthday banquet?" Hai Tianxia said. "That's why I said that I was only suspicious. I have the right to be suspicious, right?" "Humph." Feng Qingyang said, "Then let me see if he has anything that can prove his identity." Feng Qingyang then checked the corpse. In any case, Lin Xian did not have to worry about anyone finding out that he was the one who poisoned him. Feng Qingyang glanced at him, but he didn't see anything on him that could identify him. There was no identity card, no bank card, and no wallet. He did not even have a spatial ring. He doesn't even have a spatial ring. Looks like he really came prepared. This person was clearly a cultivator whose cultivation was not too low. How could he not even have a spatial ring? He could only come prepared. Hai Tianxia heaved a sigh of relief. Suddenly, his eyes narrowed. What did he see? There's nothing that can prove his identity. As for the cause of death, it's indeed poison. There's no other way. We can only carry him away, Feng Qingyang said. Wait. Lin Xian shouted and pointed at an inconspicuous crescent-shaped necklace on the old man's chest. What's wrong? Feng Qingyang asked curiously. I saw a red switch on the necklace earlier. It might be some kind of device. Hai Tianxia's eyes narrowed. He subconsciously put his hand into his pocket. Lin Xian saw this. Lin Xian smiled inwardly but did not say anything. Oh. Feng Qingyang picked up the necklace and looked at it. It's a microphone. Feng Qingyang's eyes lit up. Hey. He came to the banquet alone with a microphone. He must have some secrets. There must be someone behind him. This person might be one of us. As for why he's here, I have no idea. However, I think it's necessary to find the person behind him and ask him. Lin Xian. Everyone nodded. What was this person here for? Although they did not know, and although he was the one who died in the end, everyone knew that what he was here for was definitely not something good. There's only one number on it. Feng Qingyang said. Lin Xian said with a smirk, then, everyone here, please take out your phone and keep it switched on. Anyone who doesn't take out their phone is guilty. Emperor, where's your phone? Lin Xian looked at Hai Tianxia with a smile. This emperor's phone. It's in your pocket. Look, isn't it bulging? Lin Xian said with a smile. Hai Tianxia. I took it out. Hai Tianxia said. Switch it on. Isn't it already switched on? No, you can press the switch and see. Everyone's attention was on him. Hai Tianxia pressed the switch, but it did not light up. Ha, so it turned off when the battery ran out. Hai Tianxia said with a smile. Chapter 14:26. Of course, everyone was suspicious of Hai Tianxia. Why did this old man come here? Obviously, it wasn't a good thing. Who killed him? No one knew. It was very likely that the person he wanted to kill found out and killed him. That wasn't important. What was important was who was the person behind him. Although no matter who it was, everyone had no evidence to convict him, but it was good to know. I'll go charge it. Hai Tianxia said. It should be charged. I used to repair mobile phones. You can tell whether the phone is charged or not just by looking at the color. If it's charged, it's probably full. Emperor, I'm afraid you've remembered wrongly. Turn it on. Lin Xian smiled. Everyone, looking at the color of a phone can tell if it has battery? Their brains were probably not good. But no one was a fool. Everyone could see that this Lin Xian was targeting Hai Tianxia. Could it be that Lin Xian actually knew something? Hai Tianxia's mouth twitched. Let me see. He then turned it on and took a look. Ha ha ha, sure enough. I don't know why it turned off automatically. I'm usually too busy and forgot about it. Hai Tianxia laughed. That's fine. Then now, family headphone, make a call. Call the number above. Let's see whose phone is ringing. I think, since there might be a person behind the scenes, then this person would have his phone on him, right? Lin Xian smiled. Okay. Then I'll make a call. Hai Tianxia clenched his fist tightly. Ka, wait. Hai Tianxia then shouted, and everyone's gaze turned towards him. Actually, this person was found by this emperor. Hai Tianxia said faintly. What? It's emperor? Then why didn't emperor say it before? Everyone looked surprised. They were thinking about something in their hearts, but they didn't show any signs of hostility. Hai Tianxia then coughed and said, Before, this emperor didn't say it. At that time, I didn't think it was necessary. Everyone should know this person's name, Black Wind Ghostly Hand. What? He's our phone country's Black Wind Ghostly Hand? I didn't expect it to be Black Wind Ghost Hand, the person who has been wanted by the three great powers for a long time. Then why are you here? Everyone looked at Hai Tianxia. Hai Tianxia said, I lured him here and took advantage of this banquet to poison him to death. It was that simple. It was only for the sake of getting rid of evil for the people. As for his contact information, that's right. His contact information is mine. Why would I have his contact information? That's my plan. There's no need to tell everyone about it. Everyone was suddenly enlightened. Hai Tianxia also heaved a sigh of relief. So this person was actually summoned by the emperor? After all, you have his number, right? Lin Xian suddenly asked. That's right. But asking him to come here is just the premise of executing the plan to kill him. Hai Tianxia said indifferently. Then you followed the original plan and poisoned him to death, right? Lin Xian asked. That's right. Hai Tianxia nodded. What else could he do? Should she tell others that she was in contact with him and that he was the one who hired her to kill him? That could only be the case. That's not right. Lin Xian smirked. Hai Tianxia suddenly frowned. This person was clearly killed by me. How did it become the emperor's people who poisoned him to death? Hai Tianxia's eyes suddenly focused. Was it really Lin Xian who killed him? Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air. What was going on? So exciting, so exciting. Lin Xian smiled and said, Emperor, you said that he was tricked by you. Then can you tell us about the plan? You're not going to kill me, right? Just now, this person poisoned me. If you don't believe me, there are still traces of being pricked by poison needles on my body. Lin Xian then lifted his shirt, revealing a very small dot. As for why I didn't die, it's simple. I'm a doctor, so I'm quite proficient in medicine. After discovering that I was poisoned, I neutralized the poison and secretly poisoned him to death. Then, according to the emperor's words, what happened? Was your plan to trick him into coming here to poison me? Lin Xian smirked and looked at Hai Tianxia. Nonsense. Do you think you can say that he poisoned you just because there are traces of being pricked by needles on your body? Do you think you can accuse me of getting him to poison you? Lin Xian, you've been targeting me since the beginning. Do you have any grudges with me? Lin Xian smiled and said, Hey, Emperor, don't change the topic. You said that he was poisoned by your people. Then who was the one who poisoned him? Heavenly Master Li. Then, an old man took a step forward. That's right. I was the one who poisoned him. The old man said. Good. Then let me ask you, what kind of poison did you use? Lin Xian asked with a smirk. There's no need to say anything here, right? This is the result of my many years of research. If I tell you, will my many years of research go to waste? Heavenly Master Li stood there and said calmly. That's strange. This person is already dead. What kind of poison was he poisoned with? We can find out with a simple examination. How is it related to your research? Everyone knows. I'm just asking you, what kind of poison did you use? If you don't say it, any doctor can tell after a simple examination. What I'm asking now is to see if you're the one who poisoned him. You just need to tell me one of the main ingredients of this poison. Speak. Lin Xian. Heavenly Master Li said calmly, this is related to my research. Heavenly Master Li, Lin Xian is right. This has nothing to do with your research. We can know the formula after an autopsy. Everyone will still know. You just need to tell me one of the main ingredients. Lin Xian could not help but laugh. It seems that you don't know. It seems that you didn't poison him because I know very well that I was the one who poisoned him. I know the poison's effect and the formula. It seems. Lin Xian looked at Hai Tianxia and said, Emperor, why do you want to kill me? Damn it. You want to kill me? Then I'll expose your true colors to the world. Nonsense. Why would I kill you? We have no enmity between us. Then you've completely broken down. Do you still need me to tell you what the formula of this poison is? The rest of you will know if I'm telling the truth after you appraise it. Lin Xian's lips curled up. Chu Jingyun was dumbfounded. How did things turn out like this? I came here to celebrate your birthday with good intentions, but you want to kill me. He, everyone, can I report this matter to the 3 major forces and have them arrest him for attempted murder? Lin Xian pointed at Hai Tianxia and said to everyone. Chapter 14:27. In any case, Hai Tianxia was completely exposed. Even if many people did not say it out loud, they knew it in their hearts. Hai Tianxia did not know if it was for himself or someone else, but he was the one who found this old man and the reason was to kill Lin Xian. If Lin Xian was someone else, then this matter would be easy to handle. However, he was Lin Xian and had the backing of Yixian Group. Yixian Group was an existence that even the 3 major forces had publicly praised and requested to cooperate with. Moreover, he was the champion of the Qianwu Assembly. No matter what, no matter how Hai Tianxia explained, he could not explain it. No matter how reasonable it was, no one would believe it. Perhaps on the surface, they were neutral, but in their hearts, they did not believe it. Hai Tianxia clenched his fists tightly. F***CKU, Chu Jingyan. You've caused me so much trouble. Lin Xian could not help but laugh. Everyone, do you still need me to explain this poison? Forget it. Let's wait for the 3 major forces. After speaking, Lin Xian took out his phone and spoke in front of everyone. Hey, Uncle Morong, it's me. I'm in Feng Country. The Emperor of Feng Country wanted to kill me and I caught him red-handed. Everyone saw it. Send some people over. What? Evidence? I have it. Just come over. Lin Xian then put down his phone. The corner of his mouth curled as he looked at the emperor in front of him. The so-called emperor was actually a slightly larger family or a slightly larger force. He was only the representative of Feng Country and was not that powerful. The most powerful forces were still the 3 major forces. Of course, he was under the control of the 3 major forces. Since he had committed a crime, he would naturally be arrested like everyone else. Morong? Hearing Lin Xian's address, those people were slightly stunned. Lin Xian, this Uncle Morong you're talking about is? Feng Qingyong asked. Master of the Holy Sanctuary, Morong Feng. Lin Xian said with a smirk. Boom, in an instant, Hai Tianxia looked like he was struck by lightning. Murong Feng, master of the holy sanctuary, and the evidence here was enough to convict him. He was the only contact the old man had. Lin Xian overturned his previous explanation of tricking the old man into coming over to capture him and bring him to justice. That was because Lin Xian claimed that his men had poisoned the old man to death. Who would have known that it was Lin Xian who had poisoned the old man to death? Naturally, they couldn't reveal the poison's formula. The only way to turn the tables was that Lin Xian wasn't the one who poisoned him. Lin Xian was trying to trick him because he didn't know the formula. But this possibility was not high, because he said on the phone that he could produce all the evidence, which meant, when the people from the sanctuary arrived, he would show them all. Gulp. Hai Tianxia swallowed his saliva. No one spoke. At this moment, no one was willing to take the lead. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. It was such a nice birthday, but since you want to kill me, it doesn't matter even if you die, right? Lin Xian grinned at him. Feng Ling was speechless. This Lin Xian was able to capture someone like that? She was confused at first. F***CK. What's going on? But now, she seemed to understand. Indeed, she knew that this was Lin Xian's Hongmen banquet, but she didn't expect that they would want to kill Lin Xian. But after thinking about it, it made sense. So many people from the Chu family had died. Even Chu he was killed by Lin Xian. It was normal for them to want to kill Lin Xian. She just didn't expect that they would dare to kill someone at this banquet. Serves him right. Feng Ling couldn't help but say this. Feng Qingyong glanced at his daughter. The Feng family wasn't afraid. Sigh, I didn't expect something like this to happen. Everyone, let's wait for the people from the sanctuary to arrive. Sima Lian faintly said. That's right. Before the people from the sanctuary arrive, no one is allowed to leave. Feng Qingyong glanced at the crowd and said. Hai Tianxia clenched his fists tightly and looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian, I admit that I was the one who did it. But there's something that I want to tell you. At the same time, I hope that you can say a few words for me in front of the sanctuary. Hai Tianxia looked at Lin Xian. Chu Jingyun paused for a moment. F***CK. 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 He guessed what this person was going to do. Lin Xian had also guessed it. But he needed Hai Tianxia's testimony to get rid of the Chu family. Hai Tianxia also knew that although this crime wouldn't lead to death, he would have to stay in prison for at least 20 years. How could he be willing to do that? He could only try to get his sentence reduced or, if Lin Xian was willing, he wouldn't even have to go to prison. He really didn't dare to go against the three major forces. Even 10,000 Hai family wouldn't dare. As for the Chu family, they were just his business partners. They might even be a slightly more noble dog. Why not sell them out in exchange for his freedom? Moreover, it was the Chu family who asked him to do it. He had no enmity with Lin Xian. Oh, Your Majesty means that you were ordered by someone? Lin Xian raised his eyebrows. That's right. This emperor was ordered by someone. If this emperor says it, Lin Xian, can you? Lin Xian smiled and said, I don't have any enmity with Your Majesty. I understand Your Majesty's meaning, and so do everyone. Your Majesty, don't worry. If you say it, I'll make it clear to the sanctuary that Your Majesty, the Hai family has nothing to do with this matter. Lin Xian knew that he didn't have any enmity with the Hai family. On the contrary, if he did that, the Hai family would owe him a big favor. Hai Tianxia definitely wouldn't dare to not return this favor. Why wouldn't he do it? Hai Tianxia's eyes suddenly lit up. Good. If he did that, he would lose his prestige. In fact, he had already lost his prestige. Whether he would go to jail or not, he knew in his heart. However, if he didn't go to jail, the common people wouldn't know. Then, Hai Tianxia pointed at Chu Jingyun and said, Actually, it was the Chu family who asked this emperor to do all this. Chu Jingyun. F***CK. 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 Oh. The Chu family? Lin Xian looked at Chu Jingyun of the Chu family. Many others were shocked. So it was the Chu family? The Chu family was a top-notch family. Why did they have to spend so much effort to kill someone? Wasn't it an assassin family? In fact, Chu Jingyun really wanted to put all the blame on Hai Tianxia. However, he had no choice because Hai Tianxia had evidence. Feng Qingyang was well aware of this. Patriarch Chu, what do you have to say? Lin Xian looked at Chu Jingyun and asked. A debt must be repaid with money, and a life for a life. You killed my son, Chu He. As a father, can't I avenge him? Chu Jingyun pointed at Lin Xian and said angrily. What? Chapter 14:28. Everyone was flabbergasted. Chu He was killed by Lin Xian? To be honest, this was a little exaggerated. Chu He, in the eyes of the elders, was a very powerful model representative. He was actually killed by Lin Xian? He died just like that. Lin Xian picked his ears. I killed your son? What a joke. When did I kill your son? Do you have any evidence? If you didn't kill my son, why would I touch you? There is no enmity between us. Chu Jingyun pointed angrily at Lin Xian. Where's the evidence? Lin Xian asked. He didn't have any evidence. However, the others might also know that it was Lin Xian who killed Chu He. But without evidence, it was impossible for Lin Xian to be convicted. They would only convict Chu Jingyun. Patriarch Chu, without evidence, no words are convincing. Sima Lian looked at Chu Jingyun and said. Oh, I remember now. Lin Xian suddenly said. It seems like last night or the night before, when I was playing in the Riverside Park, an illusion array suddenly appeared around me. Although I was still in the same place, the people outside couldn't see what was going on inside. After that, I was surrounded by more than 20 experts, all of whom were at the Great Virtual Realm. From the looks of it, they seemed to be assassins. All of them were very agile. They wanted to kill me. Lin Xian then continued, but they were too trashy, really trashy. I killed them all alone. Could it be that your son was inside? Or were those 20 or so people from your Chu family? They wanted to kill me, but I killed them instead. Even if your son was inside, how could it be my fault? Oh, I should have stood there and been killed by them, right? Wu Yuhan and the daughter of the Feng family, Feng Ling, can testify to this matter. At that time, the three of us went out to play together. The surveillance cameras on the road also saw it. Hearing Lin Xian's words, no one could say anything. The credibility of what he said was extremely high, so what if it wasn't? Without evidence, what Lin Xian said was true and correct. Lin Xian looked at Feng Qingyang and said, actually, there should be evidence for what I said. The Chu clan should have about the same number of Great Void Stage cultivators as the Feng clan, right? Feng Qingyang nodded. Less than 3 people. Since Patriarch Chu still thinks that I'm guilty, I killed his son. It's simple. The people from the Divine Temple are here. Go to the Chu clan and check the number of Great Ethereal Stage cultivators. I killed 23 Great Ethereal Stage cultivators. Basically, the Chu clan doesn't have any Great Ethereal Stage cultivators, right? Then we'll be able to find out the truth. Lin Xian said with a smirk. Then Lin Xian looked at Chu Jingyun and said, I really don't understand. What kind of grudge do we have? Your son wants to kill me and even sent more than 20 cultivators in the Great Void Realm? Everyone was truly shocked. If what Lin Xian said was true, then he alone killed more than 20 virtuous realm experts. How strong was he? I can testify. After the illusion formation ended, I saw the corpses. There were more than 20 of them. However, in order to avoid making a big deal out of it, we didn't know that they were from the Chu clan, so we destroyed the corpses. However, if we use fluorescent powder at that location, we should be able to find a large amount of blood. My suggestion is that if you don't believe me, we can do a DNA test with the bloodstains there. The evidence was enough. Pudong. Chu Jingyun staggered back. His eyes were dazed. Run. He couldn't run. There was no way he could run. There were so many experts here, including those with spatial attributes. He didn't have the ability to escape. Even if he escaped, the entire Chu clan wouldn't be able to escape. And now, he could only bear the burden alone. This is my problem. It has nothing to do with the rest of the Chu clan. Chu Jingyun gritted his teeth and said, Father. Chu Feng looked at Chu Jingyun. Nice. In other words, he could directly sit on the seat of the Chu clan's patriarch? Hai Tianxia heaved a sigh of relief. His problem shouldn't be too big now, right? Soon, the people from the sacred temple arrived. Lin Xian took out all the evidence. They sent people to that location to do a blood test and a DNA test. In the end, Chu Jingyun was directly taken away. As for the consequences, he might not necessarily die. However, his cultivation would definitely be crippled. It didn't matter anymore. Lin Xian didn't care anymore. Even if Chu Jingyun was released, he would likely be a heavenly law realm expert. What was there to fear? There was nothing to fear. As for Chu Feng, he was trash. He wouldn't be able to cause any trouble. What Lin Xian needed more was to destroy the Chu clan's reputation. Furthermore, with such a thing happening to the Chu clan, the Feng clan would be able to monopolize the Chu clan. The Feng clan would be able to annex many of the Chu clan's territories and businesses. The Chu clan had lost over 20 absolute void realm experts. They would no longer be able to contend against the Feng clan. Thus, Feng Qingyang actually hoped that this matter would succeed. And indeed, it succeeded. Lin Xian's arrival had brought enormous benefits to the Feng clan. Young Master Lin, where is this monarch? A middle-aged man stood in front of Lin Xian and asked respectfully. Firstly, Lin Xian was an honorary vice-temple master of the temple. It was the position that Qin Feng had given him. Although he didn't have much power, he at least had some status. Secondly, Murong Feng had made a phone call and clearly said that Lin Xian was his son-in-law. He understood everything. Naturally, he would handle it properly. Why? Lin Xian and Murong Yu hadn't established a relationship. However, Murong Feng had discovered that his daughter liked Lin Xian. After that, Murong Feng's mother had a heart-to-heart talk with Murong Yu a few times and found out that they'd already had sex. Therefore, Murong Feng had already regarded Lin Xian as his son-in-law. Hai Tianxia's body trembled. Lin Xian smiled and said, "The monarch matter is a misunderstanding. Then, if there's nothing else, I'll be taking my leave. Sorry for the trouble." Lin Xian cupped his fists. No, no, no. Young Master Lin, you've eradicated a scourge for the human race. We'll meet again. After that, he led his team and left. Hai Tianxia heaved a sigh of relief. It's all a misunderstanding. I was also blinded by the Chu family. Chu Jingyun said that his son was killed and that he had smeared Lin Xian's name. That's why I believed his nonsense. After all, I've always treated Chu Jingyun as my brother. However, I didn't expect that he didn't tell me the truth. He almost caused me to commit a grave mistake. Hai Tianxia hurriedly explained. Ha ha ha, it's all right. You guys continue with your birthday party. We'll take our leave first. Lin Xian hugged Wu Yuhan's waist. Take care. Then my Feng family will take our leave first. Feng Qingyang cupped his fists and left with a few people from the Feng family. Lin Xian, now that the Chu family is in such a state, how are we going to investigate if they are the people from back then? Wu Yuhan asked. Chapter 1429. After this incident, Lin Xian felt that the possibility of the Chu family being involved was very high. After all, the members of the Chu family were not good people. Therefore, it was reasonable for them to annihilate the Chu family. Let's use the method I told you before. Lin Xian said. That would be the last resort. However, there was no other way. He could only forcefully use the power of the fog of darkness to lure those people over. "Are you ready?" Wu Yuhan asked. "Tomorrow." The so-called preparation was to use the law of creation and spend time to create a series of powerful things to deal with unknown powerful opponents. "Okay." Wu Yuhan nodded. Lin Xian still needed time to prepare. After all, the law of creation was strong enough. There was nothing that could not be done. Lin Xian, who had reached the Great Void stage, could do many things with the law of creation. He could even create small life forms. The so-called small life forms here were low-level life forms such as bugs. They could be created. However, do you think that the Great Void stage could only create a bug? That's right. Even Lin Xian could not create a cat or a dog. That was life. The creation of life should be the highest level of difficulty in the law of creation, right? If even the Great Void stage could not create a cat or a dog, one could imagine, say, Chu he is dead. Does that mean that Duan Lingxiao is going to enter the God's Awakening door? Wu Yuhan followed beside Lin Xian and asked. It's possible because 10 people enter each time. However, it's not certain. If that's the case, does it mean that after every Heaven Martial Conference, the other forces would secretly kill the top 10? Lin Xian said. That's true. Wu Yuhan nodded. Go back and have a good rest. We'll work tomorrow night. A day passed just like that. Feng Ling was very uncomfortable at home. She was really restless. There was nothing to be uneasy about. It was just so boring. So boring. It was really boring. This was the first time in so many years that she had felt this way. In the past, if you let her stay at home for a month, she wouldn't feel this way. If you let her go out to the demonic beast domain for 2 years, she would be happy. But now, she didn't want to stay at home, she didn't want to play games, she didn't want to watch TV, and she didn't want to go to the demon beast domain. She didn't even know why she was like this. It was simple. She wanted to go out and play, but she didn't want to play alone. She wanted to go out and play with Lin Xian and the others. There was nothing she could do about it. Lin Xian had piqued her interest and then stopped looking for her. She felt terrible. Lingling, do you want to go to the demonic beast domain? Before going to the God's Awakening door, I'll see if there's a chance for me to advance to the great virtual realm. If that's the case, I'll be more at ease when I enter the God's Awakening door. Feng Qingyang said as he walked into Feng Ling's room. No, not going. Feng Ling lay on the bed and kept kicking her legs. Feng Qingyang. Was this still the daughter he knew? It was too strange. It was too strange. Lingling, what's wrong? You usually go to the demonic beast domain by yourself. Why don't you go now? Feng Qingyang smiled and sat beside her. I just don't want to go. You don't even want to advance to the absolute void stage. Feng Ling sat up. Lin Xian is already at the absolute void stage, but you haven't. When will you have a chance to defeat him? Feng Ling pulled her little head. I just don't want to go. Okay. Then, are you going to look for Lin Xian to play? Feng Qingyang asked. Maybe he wants to go too. You can go together. Feng Ling's beautiful eyes lit up. Look for Lin Xian to play. Who wants to play with him? He's so boring. Also, I'm his enemy. Dad, don't misunderstand that we're friends. Archenemy. Feng Ling gritted her teeth and said, Sigh, maybe Lin Xian has already left Feng country. After saying that, Feng Qingyang sighed and walked away. Feng Ling. She quickly took out her phone and found her friend with the nickname, Bastard, Scum, Bitch, Pervert. Did he leave? That's possible. If he didn't leave, he would have asked me to go out to play with him. Then, why didn't he tell me that he left? Damn it. Feng Ling then sent a message to Lin Xian. At this moment, Lin Xian was in the luxury hotel's kitchen making seafood noodles for Wu Yuhan. Of course, he was also using the law of creation to create something he needed. Your phone is ringing. Wu Yuhan, who was dressed loosely, was lying on the sofa and playing with her phone. Of course, her sister, Wu Yunuo, came out. She smiled and walked over with her phone. Lin Xian took it. "Kiss me and I'll give it to you." Wu Yunuo closed her eyes and pouted. "Don't force me. If you force me, you'll regret it." Lin Xian glared at her. "Hey, here." Lin Xian glanced at it. "Oh, this chick actually took the initiative to look for me." Lin Xian then replied with a voice message, "Yes, I've already gone back." The other side quickly replied with a voice message, "Bastard. Stupid bastard. Big idiot. Did you run away because you don't want to treat me to a meal?" Lin Xian. Tisk, tsk, tsk. Wu Yunuo clicked her tongue. "Looks like you're about to take down another beautiful girl. What a beast." Lin Xian. "Nonsense. Just you wait. I'm going to Lin and City now. Don't you dare." Then, wind chimes sent another vicious voice message. Lin Xian shrugged and replied, "Okay, actually I didn't leave. I'm at Tianfeng Hotel. Are you coming?" Fengling. "Bastard. Why are you coming?" She then asked. Actually, she really wanted to go over, but she was a proud woman. "I'm treating you to a meal. Get lost." Hearing that Lin Xian was treating her to a meal made her angry. How much did she pay him for a meal? He paid 30 yuan for a meal? F*ck. Really, I'll cook for you. Lin Xian, I'm not done with you. Damn pervert, stinking hooligan, scumbag, bah. Lin Xian, I'm really cooking. Seafood noodles, mantis shrimp meat, prawns, crab roe. Do you want to eat? I made it myself. Fengling glanced at the picture that Lin Xian sent her. Needless to say, it looked quite decent. You're considerate. I'm coming now. Tisk, tsk, tsk. Wu Yunuo leaned against the door and looked at Lin Xian with a smile that was not a smile. What are you looking at? I asked her to come over to be a tool. Lin Xian laughed. Tool? She was slightly surprised. Don't forget, this Fengling, Miss Feng, she also has the ability to create laws. Lin Xian revealed a smirk. Chapter 1430. Fengling soon arrived at Lin Xian's place. The moment she entered the room, she smelled a very fragrant smell. Wu Yuhan and Lin Xian were sitting there and sucking noodles. You're here. Get it yourself. Lin Xian grinned at Fengling. Is this how you treat your guests? Fengling rolled her eyes. I'm already doing a good job by making it for you, okay? Get it yourself. Fengling then glared at Lin Xian and walked over. She scooped a bowl of noodles and sat beside them. Looking at Wu Yuhan, who seemed to be enjoying the food, was the food cooked by this man really that delicious? Wind chimes tentatively took a bite. Damn! She could not help but exclaim in her heart. This taste was so delicious. She was a person who liked to eat noodles. This noodles even made her feel that it was the best noodles in her memory. How's the taste? Lin Xian asked with a smile. It's so-so. Fengling said indifferently. Then, she lowered her head and continued sucking noodles. Don't eat it if it's so-so. Lin Xian said as he was about to snatch it. Go to hell. Fengling rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. Then, she lowered her head and sucked the noodles crazily. After a while, the soup was gone. It must be very delicious. This was Lin Xian's treasure. He relied on his seafood noodles to pick up girls. Just ask, how many girls did he pick up with his seafood noodles? Do you still want to eat? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Fengling paused for a moment. Then give me another half a bowl. Fengling handed the bowl over. Is one bowl okay? It's quite a lot. Then it's barely okay. Fengling licked her lips. Lin Xian held back his laughter in his heart. You don't say, although this chick is rude and unreasonable, her tsundere is also quite interesting. Lin Xian brought her another half a bowl. When are you going back? Feng Ling sucked the noodles and asked. In 2 days. I'll go back after I'm done here. I knew you were here for something. Lin Xian smiled and said, Didn't I ask you to help me? Wind Chime's noodles hung there and did not suck in anymore. Then she bit off the noodles. Bastard! I knew you were up to no good. Ha ha ha, you've already eaten the noodles. Aren't you embarrassed to not help? Lin Xian laughed. Humph. Feng Ling snorted and asked, What help? Use the law of creation to create something with me. Then, at night, be my hired thug. Hit who? The person who destroyed the Wu family back then. Feng Ling was speechless. You came here to... Suddenly, Feng Ling realized something and turned her beautiful eyes to Wu Yuhan. That's right. Wu Yuhan was a member of the Wu family. Lin Xian. Feng Ling looked at Wu Yuhan with her beautiful eyes and said, You don't say, it's quite difficult to guess. Even though we're both surnamed Wu, I never expected that someone from the Wu clan would survive. I'll help you, but... Feng Ling looked at Lin Xian and said, Do you know who destroyed the Wu family? Lin Xian shook his head. We should know tonight. All right. Actually, I'd like to know too. Feng Ling nodded. A day passed just like that. Late at night, Lin Xian, Feng Ling, and Wu Yuhan arrived at the Wu family's old residence. What should we do? Feng Ling asked. Lin Xian glanced at Wu Yuhan. Wu Yuhan nodded and focused her eyes. The power of the dark fog rose from her body. In the void, a terrifying black fog power entangled, exploded, and condensed. Even though it was night, the phenomenon attracted a lot of attention. In the Feng family, Feng Qingyong was drinking tea in the courtyard and enjoying the night breeze when he suddenly saw the scene in the distance. That's the Wu family? Feng Qingyang's eyes focused. Could this be the Wu family's secret? Why did it appear? Feng Qingyong was extremely puzzled. Should we go and take a look? Feng Qingyong was in a dilemma. He had a rough understanding of what happened in the past, but he didn't know much. The Wu family had a good relationship with the Feng family. The main reason was that Wu Yuhan's father had a good relationship with Feng Qingyong. They weren't close friends, but they were really good friends. Therefore, Feng Qingyong had investigated a little over the years. Although he couldn't find much, he had locked onto some forces. However, he didn't have the capital to do anything. He didn't have the obligation to do so. Moreover, he had the entire Feng family. He wouldn't take such a risk. Now, such a force had appeared above the Wu family. He was curious. At this moment, in another place in Feng City, it was a mysterious place that was relatively difficult to discover. This place was located in a remote suburb. It was a mountain that had been renovated. In the eyes of others, this mountain was very famous because it was called Dragon King Mountain. There was a temple on the mountain, a temple for monks. There were quite a number of monks in the temple, about 100 of them. During festivals, some rich and powerful people would come to the mountain to pray for good luck. However, there were a few forces that knew that this mountain wasn't what it looked like on the surface. In fact, the true power of this mountain was called the Dark Alliance. What did the Dark Alliance mean? It was the strongest assassin organization in the continent. Although it didn't have the most members, its assassination success rate was the highest. The Chu family and the Feng family used to be members of this organization. Later on, the Feng family and the Chu family grew stronger and left the Dark Alliance. To be precise, the ancestors of the Chu family and the Feng family were among the founders of the Dark Alliance. One of them was the current leader of the Dark Alliance. Therefore, the members of the Dark Alliance also knew some of the movement techniques of the Chu family and the Feng family. Later on, they didn't know anything about the Dark Alliance because they no longer had any contact with each other. After destroying the Wu family, Feng Qingyong went there a few times. He vaguely saw a few traces of battle on the ground and walls. Based on these traces, he felt that it might be the Chu family and the Dark Alliance. However, He didn't investigate further. There was no need for that. The Chu family and the Feng family were about the same size, but the Dark Alliance had more experts. Moreover, the leader of the Dark Alliance should be the Tian Dao. This was the reason why Feng Qingyang didn't dare to provoke them. His ancestor was still around, but it had been 1,000 years since his ancestor broke through to the Tian Dao. He didn't know if his ancestor had reached the Tian Dao because his ancestor hadn't come out for 100 years. This was the difficulty of reaching the Tian Dao realm. Your talent might not be weak, but you might not be able to reach the Tian Dao realm. At this moment, an old man in the Dark Alliance suddenly opened his eyes. His figure disappeared on the spot and appeared on the mountain peak, looking in the direction of the Wu family. Dark fog. The dark fog has appeared. A look of surprise and confusion appeared on his face. Men. Chapter 1431. At this moment, in the messy courtyard of the Wu family, Lin Xian, Wu Yuhan, and Feng Ling were waiting in the dark. They would definitely come. As expected, in about 5 minutes, a few figures appeared in the sky above the Wu family and landed in the courtyard. The dark fog had already dissipated. It was kept by Wu Yuhan. Swish, swish, swish. The three of them landed in the courtyard and scanned their surroundings. Where's the dark fog? Wasn't it here just now? Why did it disappear? I can't feel any aura at all. Strange. Could it have been taken away by someone else? Impossible. To take away the dark fog, one must absorb it before taking it away. Otherwise, no one can take the dark fog away. It's impossible to absorb it in a short 5 minutes. By Yubiu, at this moment, Lin Xian and Wen Qim, who were hiding in the shadows, shot out silver needles at 2 of the 3 people. In fact, this was something they created from the law of creation. It was similar to a pistol, but it did not seem powerful. In fact, even a level 10 great virtual realm would die instantly. Did you think that the things they created after spending more than a day creating the law of creation would be simple? Moreover, it was absolutely silent and had no aura. So, thud, 2 of the 3 figures fell to the ground and died. Who? There was only one left. He suddenly showed a horrified expression and his aura exploded. He subconsciously lowered his head to take a look. How did these 2 people die? How did they die? Swish, swish, swish. In the next moment, Lin Xian and the other 2 appeared beside him. It's really not easy to find you. Lin Xian stretched and looked at the man in front of him. Who are you? The man's eyes narrowed as he looked at Lin Xian. He was ambushed. However, did that mean that the dark fog was in their hands? Lin Xian and the others clearly heard the conversation between these 3 people. They must be the people from that year. Moreover, they came here with a purpose. They came here to talk about the dark mist. They also knew about the dark mist. Lin Xian then released a spatial lock, sealing the space around him. As for the realm of this person, he was at the 8th level of the Great Void Realm. To be honest, he was already a top-notch expert. However, in front of Lin Xian, he was nothing. Tell me who you are. Lin Xian sat there, then stretched out his hand and made a yeah gesture. The 2 women behind him remained indifferent. Hey, 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 give me a light. You guys are making me very embarrassed. Lin Xian said. Wind chimes rolled her eyes. Wu Yuhan obediently lit a cigarette for Lin Xian. So, the dark mist is in your hands? The man narrowed his eyes and asked. Law of destruction. Bang. Ah. In the next moment, his arm exploded, and a scream pierced through the air. Please pay attention to the situation now. You are a prisoner. Who are you to ask questions? Lin Xian smirked. Speak. Who are you? Lin Xian took a puff of his cigarette and asked calmly. Wu Yuhan stood there with her fists clenched. Was this the culprit who massacred the Wu family back then? She really did not know what she was feeling now. She did not expect him to be standing right in front of her. Ha ha ha. You are not worthy. In the next moment, he bit the poison pill in his mouth. Blood flowed out from the corner of his mouth and he died. Lin Xian. Damn. It can't be. Men of sacrifice? Lin Xian's head hurt. No. They are assassins. Wind Chimes stared at the three corpses and said, Assassins? The rule of an assassin is to not become a prisoner and not expose any information. This is the rule that has been trained since young. They are even willing to die to not expose themselves. Wind Chimes said, Feng family and Chu family too? No. Not anymore. Feng family and Chu family are assassin families. Everyone knows that there is no need for this. Moreover, Feng family and Chu family's assassins are from their own families. Our rule is to try our best to preserve our lives even if we are exposed. Except for that place. Wind Chime's eyes narrowed. What place? Dark Alliance. Have you heard of it? Lin Xian shook his head. Dark Alliance? I know. Wasn't it disbanded? Wu Yuhan nodded and looked at Wind Chimes doubtfully. Feng Ling shook her head. No, many years ago, Feng family and Chu family's old ancestor was one of the founders of the Dark Alliance. Later, the two families left the Dark Alliance and established Feng family and Chu family. With the help of their deep foundation, they became the top families in Feng country. However, the Dark Alliance still exists. Wind Chimes then said, The Dark Alliance has always maintained some of the rules. Of course, we can't rule out the possibility that other forces are the same. This is a relatively common situation. Actually, I have also suspected the Dark Alliance. After all, the Dark Alliance has the capital to do so. However, there is no evidence. Lin Xian walked over to investigate. It's useless. It's impossible for them to leave behind anything that could expose their identities. But it's precisely this point that makes me suspect the Dark Alliance, said Wind Chimes. Where is the Dark Alliance? Asked Lin Xian. Wind Chimes pointed in a direction. There's a monk temple on that mountain. On the surface, there are some monks inside, but in fact, it's the Dark Alliance. Lin Xian, let's take a look. Wind Chimes hurriedly shook his head. Don't go. If it's the Dark Alliance, it's best we leave first. That's because the Dark Alliance's leader is at the Heavenly Tao realm. Gasp. Lin Xian drew a gasp. That was a little exaggerated. Heavenly Tao realm. Wu Yuhan clenched her fists. At that moment, a figure suddenly landed. Father. Wind Chimes saw Feng Qingyang. Feng Qingyang was taken aback when he saw the three of them. Nonsense. Quickly return. Let's go. We'll talk at home. Feng Qingyang hurriedly said. Following that, they vanished from the spot. Among the Dark Alliance, a figure came in front of the man. Alliance leader. Speak. They're dead. The man frowned. Is it a trap? Looks like it. The Dark Alliance's alliance leader would normally head there himself, but if this matter was exposed, he would be in danger. The Dark Alliance appeared to be very powerful, and he was a heavenly Tao. However, if the three factions had evidence, even if it was the Dark Alliance, someone at the Heavenly Tao realm would come to end him. What about the target? Have you locked on to them? Asked the Dark Alliance's alliance leader. The fog of darkness was too powerful. He had to obtain it. Not at the moment. When I went over, I happened to see a few figures vanish. There were a total of 4 of them, but I can't be sure. Space? Yes. Yeah, that's relatively easy to find. Investigate. Yes. Alliance leader. And on the other side, Lin Xian and company were sitting in the living room of the Feng family's villa. Chapter 1432. Feng Qingyang had smoked 2 cigarettes in that short period of time. Other than the 4 of them, there was no one else in the living room. They had all been sent away by Feng Qingyang. Dad, do you know something? Feng Ling asked with a frown. That's right, Uncle Feng. Actually, I'm not afraid to tell you that Xiao Yuhan is from the Wu family. Feng Qingyang nodded. I know. When he went over and saw Lin Xian and the others, and also learned of Wu Yuhan's name, he knew that Wu Yuhan was definitely a member of the Wu family. This was likely the reason why Lin Xian was here. I guessed it, so I asked you to come back quickly, Feng Qingyang said. Dad, is the faction that you are so afraid of the Dark Alliance? Feng Ling asked. Feng Qingyang took a puff of his cigarette and nodded. Yes. I've done some research over the years, and I'm basically certain that it's the Dark Alliance. He looked up at Lin Xian and said, I'm quite familiar with the Dark Alliance. Although I can't tell anything from the 3 corpses, the location of the calluses on their hands convinced me that they are from the Dark Alliance. Is that so? Feng Ling frowned slightly. That'll be troublesome. She looked at Lin Xian. Feng Qingyang said, the most powerful thing about the Dark Alliance is that they have a heavenly Tao realm. In this world, there are many heavenly Tao realm demons, but most of them are neutral or even friends of the human race. Only a few are enemies. As for the human race, there aren't many heavenly Tao. One heavenly Tao is already a heaven-defying existence. Actually, that's not necessarily the case. We don't know the existence of so many heavenly Tao, but the number of heavenly Tao is definitely beyond our imagination, Lin Xian said. Yes, that's true. But there's no doubt that the heavenly Tao is extremely powerful and terrifying. That's why I'm worried that someone saw you. Hurry back. Feng Qingyang said. So it's the Dark Alliance. Lin Xian pondered for a moment before looking at Wu Yuhan. Don't worry. Even if there's a heavenly Tao, I'll avenge you. Wu Yuhan looked at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. Lin Xian, your strength is heaven-defying. You can even kill more than 20 higher void stage experts. However, the heavenly Tao is terrifying beyond your imagination. Don't be reckless. Feng Qingyang hurriedly reminded. I understand. The gap between the heavenly Tao and the 10 stars of the Great Void Stage was truly unimaginable. To put it simply, Lin Xian had personally witnessed the scene of Linglong Shui ascending to the heavenly Tao. That scene was simply unimaginable. Just that lightning was too terrifying. Even if it was Lin Xian, he wouldn't be able to reach the heavenly Tao unless he could use his domain to pull the other party's cultivation level down to the heavenly Tao. However, Lin Xian was only at the Great Void Stage 3 stars. He definitely couldn't do it. However, don't forget that Lin Xian has someone backing him up. Can we ask the 3 major forces for help? Wu Yuhan asked. No. There is no evidence. Feng Qingyang said. Moreover, the 3 major forces will have to pay a huge price. The Dark Alliance is also an organization of humans. They operate on the same principle as the assassins. Since the assassins are allowed to exist, the 3 major forces will also allow them to exist. Even if they have killed innocent people, the 3 major forces will turn a blind eye to it. As long as they don't threaten the civilians, they won't take action. The 3 major forces won't easily take action against any forces with the heavenly Tao. Wu Yuhan bit her red lips. Lin Xian smiled and said, Don't worry, I'll call for help. Feng Qingyang looked at Lin Xian. You. Could it be that you know the heavenly Tao? Lin Xian nodded. Of course. Wu Yuhan's beautiful eyes lit up. Then, a worried expression appeared on her face. There won't be any danger, right? Since the enemy already knows about it, it's fine to drag it out. There's no hurry to wait until we grow stronger. Wu Yuhan said. But what if by the time we grow up, they are gone? Don't worry, she's not an ordinary heavenly Tao. Lin Xian smiled. Since there's a heavenly Tao, I won't interfere in this matter anymore. The Wu family is a tragedy. The head of the Wu family is also my friend. Therefore, I've been secretly investigating this matter all these years. If I can take revenge, that's what I hope to see. Feng Qingyang nodded. Then, we'll take our leave first. Lin Xian stood up and said, Stay at the Feng family tonight. Feng Qingyang said, It's safer. Even if the heavenly Tao comes, the Feng family is not to be trifled with. The Feng family has a powerful formation that can at least block the heavenly Tao for a while. I'm worried that you'll be exposed, Feng Qingyong said. Lin Xian was very grateful. Thank you, Uncle Feng. All right. Lingling, go and tidy up a room for Lin Xian and Yuhan. Got it. Feng Ling glanced at them and said, Follow me. The three of them went to the third floor of the villa. Feng Qingyong was secretly amazed. This kid actually knows about the existence of the heavenly Tao. He even has the confidence to ask the heavenly Tao for help. He's really not simple. If Lingling has anything to do with him, it'll be good for the Feng family. Feng Qingyong muttered to himself. Go to this room. Feng Ling looked at Lin Xian and pointed at a room in front of him. Yuhan, you go to this room. Feng Ling pointed at another room. Hey. There's no need to trouble yourself. I'll share a room with Xiaoyu. Lin Xian hugged Wu Yuhan's slender waist. No. Feng Ling said. Lin Xian. Feng Ling was stunned for a moment. Then she coughed and said, The room is very small. The bed is especially small. It can't fit 2 people. Lin Xian, Yuhan, why don't you sleep with me? I have a lot to talk to you about. Wu Yuhan nodded. Okay. Feng Ling glanced at Lin Xian. Then, she held Wu Yuhan's arm and led her away. You want to have sex with a girl in front of me? Dream on. I won't give it to you. I'll piss you off. That was Feng Ling's thought. Lin Xian. He shrugged helplessly and walked into the room. The bed was more than 2 meters long. Why the F***ck did you say that it could only fit 1 person? Lin Xian lay on the bed and took out his phone. Xiao Linglong, DDD. Are you asleep? Are you asleep? Lin Xian sent a message to Linglong Shui. At home, although it was late at night, Linglong Shui and the rest were finally free. Little Shi and little Tianyi were asleep. Linglong Shui, Yi Ranbing, Linglong Yue, Bing Lingyue, and Huang Shi were eating hot pot in the living room. Huang Shi realized that although this place was a little boring, it was really good. It was much more interesting than her place. Moreover, these 2 babies were so cute. Linglong Shui saw the message. Wow. This bastard actually knows how to contact you, sister, Linglong Yue mumbled. Chapter 1433. Linglong Shui sat there elegantly before accepting the video call. Xiao Linglong, I miss you. The first thing she saw was Lin Xian's despicable look. Why did she want to slap him so badly? Is there something? Linglong Shui asked lightly. Can't I video call you if there's nothing? What's the matter? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Let's eat. Hot pot. Everyone is here. Then, Linglong Shui picked up her cell phone and pointed the camera at Yi Ranbing, Linglong Yu, Bing Lingyue, and Huang Shi. Ahem, then let me repeat myself. I miss you. Lin Xian grinned. Sure enough, people change. Huang Shi ate a mouthful of beef and said lightly. What? Pretend I didn't say anything. Huang Shi said lightly. Lin Xian then said awkwardly, It looks delicious. Then I'll wait for you to come back. Linglong Shui said. Why don't you eat at my place? Lin Xian said with a smile. I knew you had something to do. Linglong Yu rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. Ahem, it's a trivial matter. What is it? Bing asked lightly. Help me kill a heavenly Tao realm. The girls. How could killing a heavenly Tao realm be a trivial matter? If my realm was slightly higher, reaching the Great Void Realm 7 stars, I would dare fight a heavenly Tao realm. Unfortunately, I'm only at the Great Void Realm's 3 stars. Lin Xian. You're at the Great Void Realm? Bing Lingyue asked in pleasant surprise. That's right. I accidentally absorbed 10,000 evil bolts of lightning and advanced to the Great Void Realm. 10,000 evil bolts of lightning from one of the 12 demon gods? Linglong Shui pondered slightly. Yes. All right. When? Ling Long Shui asked. Tomorrow or the day after. Ling Long Shui nodded. Under normal circumstances, they wouldn't help Lin Xian. Under normal circumstances, Lin Xian wouldn't need their help either. That was because he wouldn't be able to improve himself. However, he had no choice but to ask for their help. Lin Xian really couldn't do it. The heavenly Tao realm. See you tomorrow then. Ling Long Shui said. Wow. Bring little Tianyi and little Sheshe over tomorrow. I want to spank them. Lin Xian said with a smile. The corners of the girls' mouths twitched. How could there be such a father? Then, Lin Xian video chatted with them all the way until little Tian woke up and wanted to drink milk. Yi Renbing wanted to feed him, but Lin Xian kept shouting that he wanted to watch. Then, Ling Long Shui turned off the video. Lin Xian. Holy shit. It seems like they're not afraid of me even though we're not at home. Lin Xian turned off his cell phone and said sadly, then when I come out of the door of God's awakening, wouldn't they turn the world upside down? No way. I have to establish my dominance. The next day, Ling Long Shui and company arrived in Wind City. They didn't need to take a plane or anything. They could just use Ling Long Shui's spatial jump to easily arrive here. Holy shit. Where did this beauty come from? Heavens. Beauty? Beauty, you are humiliating them. She should be a goddess, right? That bearing, that looks. Holy shit. She's invincible. How can there be such a level of woman? When the few of them walked on the streets of the city, the number of heads turning was definitely incomparable. They were already keeping a low profile. The clothes they wore were rather ordinary, but could anyone withstand this bearing? This bearing was enough to make people fall deep into it and unable to extricate themselves. However, this group of noble and beautiful women were all stinky hooligans. They didn't know where they got their luck from. Ling Long Shui carried little Sheshe while Yi Renbing carried little Tianyi. The two little brats looked at the bustling surroundings with their big eyes. Want. Mommy. Want. Little Sheshe looked at the cotton candy with her big eyes and then pointed with her cute little finger. This little Sheshe was already 8 or 9 months old, and she was extremely smart. Basically, she could already say some simple things. Moreover, Ling Long Shui really never taught her how to speak. She didn't even teach her how to call her mommy. She really called it by herself. Little Tianyi still couldn't speak, but his little finger also pointed at the cotton candy with an excited look. Ling Long Shui rubbed little Sheshe's little head dotingly and then carried her over. You can't eat it yet. Yi Renbing looked at little Tianyi's desire and said with a smile. Oh. Little Tianyi immediately pulled his little head. Then, little Sheshe raised the cotton candy and ate happily. Little Tianyi looked at the cotton candy in her hand longingly. Here. Little Sheshe handed the cotton candy to little Tianyi. Little Tianyi happily reached out his hand and then, she pulled her hand back and ate happily. Her beautiful big eyes were filled with slyness. Little Tianyi, effed. The few women couldn't help but laugh. When little Tianyi and little Sheshe grow up a little Tianyi will probably be bullied to death by his sister. Yi Renbing couldn't help but laugh. Huang Shi looked at them with her beautiful eyes. To be honest, she was a little envious. She never thought that she would be envious of these things before, but after staying with them for a long time, she really liked and envied them. Anyway, I'm the boss. Ling Long Shui wrinkled her cute little nose. You have to listen to me in the future. The surrounding people looked at them enviously. What kind of person could have such a woman? They were so envious that they even had a baby. Let's go. Lin Xian is waiting for us. Ling Long Shui said. Following that, they walked to a private room in a particular hotel. Hey, are you saying that a heavenly Tao realm expert will be here for a meal in a while? Feng Ling asked while swinging her legs. Lin Xian nodded. That's right. A heavenly Tao realm expert. As the host, shouldn't you express your sincerity? Feng Ling grunted. Alright then. After all, it's a heavenly Tao realm senior. I'm still very careful. What sort of person is he? Heavenly Tao realm. He should be very famous, right? Logically speaking, I should have heard of his name. Lin Xian pondered slightly. He's not very famous, but he's very beautiful. Very beautiful? That can't be, right? Shouldn't Heavenly Tao realm experts be old men with white hair and beards? Lin Xian. Who told you that? I've seen a few of them. Furthermore, all I know are like that. In that era, one had to be very old to reach the Heavenly Tao realm. Only in our era can there be a young Heavenly Tao realm expert. Feng Ling refused to believe it. You'll know when you see him, said Lin Xian with a smile. As for Wu Yuhan, she was puzzled as well. She knew of the existence of Linglong Shui and company, but she did not know that they were at the Heavenly Tao realm. To be precise, few people around Lin Xian knew that they were at the Heavenly Tao realm. Dong! Dong! There was a knock on the private room's door. Coming! Coming! Feng Ling excitedly ran over to open the door, and then, she was dumbfounded. Chapter 1434. Feng Ling's mouth was wide open as she looked in front of her. Why was she so stupid? Too beautiful. Every sister in front of her was so beautiful, so noble. She had never seen such a beautiful sister before. More importantly, it didn't seem like anything to see one, but why were they all so? 4 super beautiful, super noble immortal sisters, and a young girl, but also very pretty. I knew it, there must be girls. Ling Longyue looked at Feng Ling and said with a pout. Hello, we're here to look for Lin Xian. Ling Long Shui said. Okay. Feng Ling nodded in a daze, then hurriedly made way for them to walk in. Wow! Why are all of you here? Lin Xian looked at the group of beautiful and noble women, and he really wanted to have some group sports. We're here to play. Yi Renbing said indifferently. She hugged little Tian Yi and sat down. He. Lin Xian laughed awkwardly. Wu Yuhan looked at them in shock. So beautiful, so noble, and was the Tendo that Lin Xian was talking about really her? She didn't look at Linglong Shui, who she knew. Feng Ling came back to her senses. They shouldn't have much of a relationship with Lin Xian, right? Although they were very beautiful, it was obvious that such a noble woman must have a special identity. Moreover, if she was the Tao of Heaven, how could she have a relationship with Lin Xian? How could Lin Xian be able to pursue such a woman? Also, they were all carrying babies. It couldn't be Lin Xian's baby, right? Unless he was the one who took over, it was impossible. Sisters, you're all so beautiful. Feng Ling sat down obediently and looked at them with her beautiful eyes. Really, wow. All of them were super beautiful, so beautiful that it was sickening. You're also very beautiful. Linglong Shui smiled at Feng Ling. Wow. They were even more beautiful when they smiled. Even a woman like her was about to fall in love with them. Wow. So cute. Feng Ling's beautiful eyes looked at Xiao Shi and little Tianyi, and couldn't help but exclaim. Do you want a hug? Linglong Shui asked with a smile. Can I? Wind Chimes blinked her big eyes and asked in anticipation. Of course. Yeah. Then, Feng Ling hugged little Shi, and little Shi obediently reached out her hand to let her hug her. She's so obedient. Feng Ling's impression of children was that once they left their mother's embrace, they would make all sorts of fuss. However, this beautiful little girl actually took the initiative to reach out and let her hug her. She's actually not a good girl, Linglong Shui said with a smile. Good girl. Feng Ling hugged little Shi and swayed her gently. Do you want this? She took a piece of watermelon. Shika looked at the watermelon expectantly. Sister, can she eat it? A small piece will do. Before Feng Ling could react, little Shi took a bite and ate it happily. He hadn't grown teeth yet, but watermelons were fine. So cute. Ah, I like you so much. Feng Ling rubbed little Shesha's cheeks. Wu Yuhan really liked these two children very much. She was carrying little Tianyi. Sister, what's his name? Little Shesha. Linglong Shui said. Sounds good. You'll definitely be super beautiful when you grow up. Lin Xian coughed dryly and said, Well, let's eat. Then, as they ate, they introduced themselves to each other. Linglong Shui and company knew that this beautiful girl would probably be one of Lin Xian's bed members in the future, so it would definitely be very special to her. They were also used to Lin Xian's fickleness. Only Huang, she needed some time to get used to it. She still didn't know of the existence of many other girls. Against who? Linglong Shui ate a mouthful of food and looked at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. A heavenly Dao realm. Feng Ling. How many heavenly Dao stars does she have? Lin Xian asked Feng Ling. Probably 2 stars at most. Feng Ling said before looking at them with her beautiful eyes. Don't tell me. Sister is really at the heavenly Dao realm? Feng Ling looked at Linglong Shui in astonishment. So beautiful, so young. Wow. It can't be, right? Lin Xian said with a smile. Guess how many heavenly Dao there are among these few? Feng Ling. And there's more than one? She gaped her tiny mouth. When do we take action? Linglong Shui said lightly. Since we're here, let's do it tonight. Okay, sure. Feng Ling looked at them in astonishment. What sort of man was worthy of such a woman? Furthermore, it was a heavenly Dao. Then, shall we go out and have some fun after dinner? Lin Xian asked. Anything is fine. After dinner, they had fun the entire afternoon. Then, they booked 2 rooms and went in to rest. Lin Xian, Lin Xian, Lin Xian. Feng Ling secretly called Lin Xian out. What's the matter? Who are they? Feng Ling asked curiously. She was too embarrassed to ask while eating and going out to have fun. Guess. Bastard. Tell me. She glared at Lin Xian. My wives. Pfft. Feng Ling felt like she had heard the world's greatest joke. Die. Quick, tell me. In this day and age, no one believed the truth? Guess for yourself. Lin Xian then walked into the room. If you don't want to tell me, I'll ask. Feng Ling then went to another room. On the bed, little Shesha was extending her hand to Tianyi's mouth. The silly Tianyi was still moaning with his tiny mouth. Wu Yuhan was sprawled there as she looked at them curiously. Lin Xian and Huang she were in another room. As for what they were doing, it looked like they were chatting. Sister Linglong Shui, how did you get to know Lin Xian? Feng Ling asked out of curiosity. It's been quite a while. As for how we got to know each other, I guess you won't get to know each other without a fight. Linglong Shui said. It's quite fascinating. He actually knows several heavenly Dao realm existences. Furthermore, all of you are willing to help him. Feng Ling said. Bing Lingyue said with a smile, It's nothing if we're a family. Ah, a family? Feng Ling was taken aback. Don't you know? Bing Lingyue looked at her. Feng Ling shook her head in a daze. Actually, when Lin Xian invited them over and even allowed them to take care of the baby, they knew that Lin Xian wasn't afraid of her finding out. Then take your time to figure it out. Bing Lingyue said with a smile. Feng Ling. It can't be, right? It can't be, right? It can't really be. Then this baby. It's his. Yiren Bing said with a smile. Feng Ling. Wu Yuhan. That's right. Even Wu Yuhan was dumbfounded, much less Feng Ling. This? Hey. What's the matter? Lin Xian looked at Huang Shi in front of him. Nothing. Let me see the myriad evil lightning. Huang Shi said. Lin Xian then extended his hand as black lightning coiled around his palm. Why are you looking at it? Huang Shi shook her head. It's nothing. Let's go to the other room. Lin Xian. Baffling. Chapter 1435. There was nothing wrong with Huang Shi asking this question. It was just that the demon god who controlled the 10,000 demonic lightning was a friend of hers. This friend of hers, how should she put it? She had gone astray, but there was nothing she could do about it. She had only heard that Lin Xian had obtained the 10,000 demonic lightning, so she came over to take a look and reminisce about it. In the other room, Feng Ling was dumbfounded. They were all Lin Xian's women. They really were. These beautiful sisters were all so noble and powerful. They were all Lin Xian's women? This might not be a big deal, but they had all given birth to a beautiful daughter and son for Lin Xian. Wow. Why? She did not understand where Lin Xian got his charm from. How could he attract such women? Oh my God. Hello, beautiful ladies. Lin Xian and Huang Shi walked into the room. Little Shi hug. Lin Xian smiled and carried little Shi. Little Tian blinked his eyes as he watched Lin Xian carry little Shi. Then, he stretched out his hand and asked for a hug. You don't want a hug. Lin Xian glanced at little Tian. Then, little Tian pouted. Wow. It can't be. He's so young. Why do I feel like he can understand Lin Xian's words? Feng Ling and Wu Yuhan were shocked. It was true. He acted as if he could understand everything. They're very smart. Yi Renbing looked at her precious son and said, Little Tian, do you like him? Yi Renbing pointed at Lin Xian. Little Tian shook his little head. Feng Ling. Oh my God. This is too scary. He can really understand. He's only a few months old. This? It's too scary. And they were already used to it. Big brother, little Tian ate little Shi's cock just now. Dragony flew out from Ling Longyue's embrace and said. Feng Ling and Wu Yuhan also saw Dragony. They didn't see her earlier because she was sleeping in Ling Longyue's arms and in her backpack, so they didn't notice her. When Feng Ling saw Dragony, she was even more dumbfounded. Dragons, these are dragons. Oh my God. Just what kind of monsters were by Lin Xian's side? Dragons and little girls? She was stunned. Really? Did you put your foot there on purpose again? Lin Xian pinched little Shi's cheeks. Little Shi snorted proudly. Feng Ling secretly opened her small mouth. It was too frightening. Seriously. His worldview was about to collapse. The two little ones looked like they were 5, 6, 7 or 8 years old, or maybe even older. Feng Ling, can we kill anyone from the Dark Alliance? Lin Xian asked. Feng Ling thought for a while and said, according to Father, although the Dark Alliance isn't an evil organization, but 90% of them are puppets. They have lost their souls and only have battle power. They listen to orders and are death warriors. Only a small number of them still have their own consciousness and can be killed. Then there's no problem. Let's rest and set off at night. Wu Yuhan stood up and bowed to them. Thank you for your help. The corners of Yi Renbing's mouth curled up as she said, then you should properly serve this person on the bed. Lin Xian. Feng Ling was shocked. These beautiful and noble sisters were Lin Xian's girlfriends. She could accept it for now, but they all accepted Lin Xian having multiple wives? Wow. Is this world crazy? Late at night, in the Dark Alliance. Did you find anything? The leader of the Dark Alliance sat there and asked. Leader, we haven't found anything yet, but we have some clues. We've narrowed it down to a small area. We should be able to find the target in less than a day. If you suspect anyone, capture them all. As long as they have the fog of darkness in them, there shouldn't be a problem. Yes. At this moment, Lin Xian and his group walked up the mountain in the middle of the night. Leader, there's a group of people walking up the mountain. Another person ran over and said, Are they here to pay their respects? Don't they know that it's forbidden to pay respects in the middle of the night? You can settle this small matter. The leader of the Dark Alliance didn't take it to heart. Actually, many people came because of the reputation. Some people didn't know the rules here and might come at night. To him, this was normal and didn't need to be too concerned. Leader, they don't look simple. The leader of the Dark Alliance frowned. Not simple. No, there are a few women who are especially beautiful and noble. They don't look like ordinary people. They probably have cultivations too, and not too low. For example, why would some martial artists with high cultivation come here to pay their respects? Be careful. Yes. Outside, they walked up just like that. Gentlemen, you're not allowed to pay respects in the middle of the night. Halfway up the mountain, a few people who looked like monks stopped them. I'm not here to pay respects. Lin Xian looked at them and said, "Who are those people?" In the next moment, they fell to the ground. Lin Xian smirked. "I'm here to kill." Xiao Linglong. Linglong Shui's delicate body exploded with a powerful force. Her eyes focused and her hair danced wildly. Then, a terrifying spatial seal completely sealed this place. If you want to break through the seal of the Void Fox, you'll need to be much stronger than her. Or you'll need to spend a lot of time and energy. Wah, 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 wah. Wu Yuhan, who was hugging little Sheshe, seemed very excited at this scene. She clapped her tiny hands happily. Little Tianyi, who was in Feng Ling's embrace, was the complete opposite. He looked a little scared. Lin Xian expressed his helplessness. Bro, you're a man. Although you're the younger brother, why do I feel like the two of you have opposite personalities? It was probably as Yi Renbing said. When they grew up, little Tianyi would be bullied to death by little Sheshe. And this aura was sensed by everyone in the Dark Alliance. A strong enemy has arrived. The leader of the Dark Alliance narrowed his eyes. And it was a strong enemy with spatial attributes? Whoosh! More than 100 Dark Alliance experts leaped up in the night and stood in the void. Wu Yuhan's eyes focused as she stared at the people above. She secretly gritted her teeth. She did not know who did it, but there was definitely an enemy of hers here. The enemy who killed her parents, her entire family's enemy. Gentlemen, what's the meaning of this? As a heavenly Tao realm existence, the leader of the Dark Alliance naturally sensed that the spatial seal was a heavenly Tao. To be honest, he did not expect a heavenly Tao realm existence to come to his Dark Alliance. It was best if he did not take action. Even if he admitted defeat, he would not take action. The spatial heavenly Tao was too powerful. Chapter 1436. Lin Xian looked up at the person who spoke. You're the leader of the Dark Alliance? That's right. And you are? Lin Xian asked, were you the one who wiped out the Wu family? The leader of the Dark Alliance frowned. Were they here to investigate the Wu family? He, I'm a heavenly Tao realm cultivator. Why would I touch the small Wu family? Are you guests from the three major factions? The leader of the Dark Alliance said with a smile. The people who were here to investigate were likely from the three major factions. However, the possibility wasn't high. Because the fog of darkness appeared yesterday and they were here today, could it be that the fog of darkness was in their hands? If that was the case, he was willing to fight this battle. It was just Tian Dao. Although he was very strong, he should not forget where he was. This was the headquarters of the Dark Sect. This was his territory. The Dark Sect had existed for so many years. It was not as simple as just having a few experts and some people. We're not from the three major factions. We're here for revenge. He, you're here for revenge with your entire family? Interesting. But what feud do we have? The leader of the Dark Alliance laughed. Xiao Yuhan. Wu Yuhan nodded and her aura exploded. The fog of darkness exploded. So now, do we have a feud? The leader of the Dark Alliance's eyes lit up the moment he saw the fog of darkness. Ha. Fog of darkness. You were the people from last night? So, you admit it. To the leader of the Dark Alliance, the temptation of the fog of darkness was too great. They should be the heavenly Tao. How could a heavenly Tao be so easily obtained? Did they think that one heavenly Tao with the space attribute was enough? In fact, everyone thought so too. But it wasn't that simple. Ha ha ha. Activate the array. The leader of the Dark Alliance sneered. The next moment, the entire mountain lit up with a powerful array. This array trapped them all. This is the spirit-devouring array. Huang Shi smiled in her heart. That's great. Bing Lingyue glanced at her. What a pity. If it was the complete great spirit-devouring array, we might have died here. As the most terrifying array for the heavenly Tao, we still have to pay attention to it. But what a pity. In this world, other than me, no one else knows the complete great spirit-devouring array. Huang Shi said. Then it's fine. Yi Renbing said lightly. However, the leader of the Dark Alliance didn't know anything. That's right. Back then, the Wu family was indeed exterminated by this old man personally. So what? You are a surviving member of the Wu family? The Dark Alliance master looked at Wu Yuhan. Wu Yuhan put away the dark mist, and Bing Lingyue took little Sheshe and held her in her arms. Tonight, I will have my revenge for the extermination of my sect. Ha ha ha. Just a spatial heavenly Tao realm? You guys are thinking too simply. Have you heard of the Great Spirit-Devouring Array? Not to mention one heavenly Tao, even if there were 5 heavenly Tao in this Spirit-Devouring Array, all of you would still die. The leader of the Dark Alliance laughed out loud. Oh, is that so? Huang Shi curled her lips and came to a spot as her aura surged. Boom! She threw a punch at that spot. At the same time, the leader of the Dark Alliance's pupils constricted. What the hell? What the hell was that? Your incomplete version of the Great Spirit-Devouring Array is gone. What about now? Huang Shi looked up at him with a curl of her lips. How can that be? How is that possible? How can you know of the Great Spirit-Devouring Array? In this world, other than me, how can anyone else know of the Great Spirit-Devouring Array? He roared in horror. Then, do you know that the person who created the Great Spirit-Devouring Array is a person named Lin Mo? Huang Shi curled her lips. Lin Xian scratched his head and glanced at her. She looked strangely familiar. I see. Yi Renbing curled her lips slightly. Bing Lingyue also glanced at Lin Xian. Everyone, attack. The next instant, his gaze landed on Ling Long Shui. Let this sovereign experience the strength of a heavenly Tao realm spatial expert. Lin Xian secretly shook his head. My wives, do your best. Lin Xian sat there. So, Yi Renbing, Huang Shi, and Bing Lingyue charged forward together. Wah wah wah. Dragony and Xiao Shi were clapping their hands excitedly while Ling Longyue and Bing Lingyue were standing there. Bing Lingyue had yet to reach the heavenly Tao realm and there was no need for her to do anything. What? Sensing the 3 auras, the Dark Alliance experts were dumbfounded. 3 heavenly Tao? 3 heavenly Tao? Soaring phoenix wings. Roar, a phoenix let out a long cry. Dragon roars to the 9 heavens. Roar, the illusory image of a black dragon also appeared. The dragon and phoenix merged into one, spiraling as they charged straight up. Spatial blast. Boom, the crowd that rushed over was easily killed by the spatial blast. Spatial seal. The next instant, Ling Long Shui released a spatial seal on the heavenly Tao. He had no way to dodge. Boom, the dragon and phoenix slammed into his body. Pfft. A phenomenon appeared in the sky, attracting the attention of many commoners in Wind City. At the foot of the mountain, Feng Qingyang stood there with his mouth agape at the scene. These are the people Lin Xian found? He was dumbfounded. The fact that Lin Xian could find a heavenly Tao was already shocking enough. Furthermore, there was more than one heavenly Tao? The reason why they had to attack in the middle of the night was because Feng Ling said that there would not be any ordinary people near the mountain. Otherwise, it would not be easy to attack in the day. Plop! the Dark Alliance leader's charred body fell to the ground. It was that simple. It was really that simple. Actually, it was not simple. The main reason was that they were too strong. They were not ordinary Heavenly Tao realm experts. Furthermore, the main reason was that they had space. Otherwise, he would have been able to dodge. Seriously, this sucks. Yi Renbing landed and clapped her hands. Feng Ling, the Heavenly Tao, was gone just like that? Fascinating. Fascinating. Lin Xian clapped his hands. To think you can escape from Sister's spatial seal. How young. Ling Longyue grumbled. Lass, I'll leave it to you. Huang Shi landed and glanced at Wu Yuhan with her beautiful eyes. Shua, Wu Yuhan conjured her spirit artifact. Cough, cough, cough. The Heavenly Tao's Dark Alliance leader coughed out a mouthful of blood as he lay there with heavy injuries. He attempted to struggle up, but he had no strength at all. He could not even open his eyes. There was nothing he could do. Huang Shi and Yi Renbing's realms were above his. It was normal for their combined attack to injure him to such an extent. Spare me. The Dark Alliance leader said in a muffled voice. Shua, Wu Yuhan's eyes turned red as she slashed off his arm. Ah! With another slash, his other arm was chopped off. Shua! Another strike. Left leg, right leg, shwa shwa shwa, die. Wu Yuhan roared as tears streamed down her face. She constantly slashed at his body in a frenzy. Chapter 1437. Wu Yuhan slashed the corpse with all her might as if she had gone mad. The corpse was already beyond recognition from her slashes. Lin Xian and the rest stood not far away, not making a sound. Lin Xian knew that Wu Yuhan was venting her anger. After so many years of hatred and searching, the culprit who had annihilated the Wu family was here. The anger, hatred, and grievances that she had suppressed in her heart for too long all exploded at this moment. They all understood. After a long time, Wu Yuhan stabbed the sword in her hand into the ground. She half knelt there and panted heavily, tears dripping down her face. Feng Ling bit her red lips and looked at her. She couldn't understand Wu Yuhan because she had never experienced this before. However, she could understand and understand. At this moment, Lin Xian walked over and gently patted her on the shoulder. It's over. Wu Yuhan stood up and wiped her tears. Then, she buried herself in Lin Xian's arms and sobbed. Lin Xian patted her back lightly. Let's go back first. Yi Renbing said. Okay. Ling Longshui looked at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. We'll go back first. After speaking, they disappeared on the spot, leaving Feng Ling alone. Okay. Lin Xian smiled and wiped the tears on her face. It's over. Wu Yuhan nodded. Yes, it's over. Sorry, I forgot myself. On the contrary, I'm more relieved now. Lin Xian smiled and hugged her shoulder as he looked into the distance. Come here. Lin Xian waved at Feng Ling, and Feng Ling walked over. What? Shouldn't we hug at this time? Lin Xian smiled and hugged Feng Ling with his other hand. Feng Ling was speechless. Go to hell. She stomped hard on Lin Xian's foot. Xiao Yuhan, you haven't paid your respects to your parents since you came here. As their son-in-law, I should go, right? Lin Xian said as he looked at Wu Yuhan. Let's go then. Then they walked down. Dad. Below them, they saw a stunned Feng Qingyang. Ah, cough cough, I'm just here to take a look. Have you taken your revenge? Feng Ling nodded. Yes, the Dark Alliance is gone from today onwards. All right. Feng Qingyang glanced over. What about the seniors? They left, Lin Xian said. So be it. Go back and rest, Feng Qingyang said. I will go with Lin Xian and the others to visit Wu Yuhan's family. Feng Ling said. Okay, go ahead. After paying their respects, the three of them went to a 5-star hotel and ordered a bunch of delicious food. Wu Yuhan seemed to be in low spirits. Even though she had taken her revenge, she still needed some time to get over it. "It's on me tonight," Feng Ling said. "Oh. Needless to say, you actually took the initiative to treat me. I'm Qing Jie. Get lost, I'm treating Yuhan. It's none of your business. Also, I'll settle the score with you for hugging me earlier." Feng Ling glared at Lin Xian. "All right, I'll wait." Lin Xian nodded. "Xiao Yuhan, cheer up." Lin Xian looked at Wu Yuhan. Wu Yuhan nodded. "Smile." "I won't. If you don't smile, I'll kiss your lips until they're swollen in front of everyone." Wu Yuhan was speechless. "Get lost." She rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. "I'll tickle you." Lin Xian smiled and stretched out his hand. "Ha ha ha. Don't tickle me, don't tickle me." Wu Yuhan couldn't help but laugh. Feng Ling looked at this scene and sighed inwardly. "This is good, right?" Lin Xian pinched her pink cheeks. "Hey, Lin Xian, how did you get to know Sister Linglong Shui and company? They are so beautiful and noble. Furthermore, they are very powerful demons at the heavenly Tao realm. Not only did you woo them, you even little Tianyi and little Shirshir." Feng Ling was truly dumbfounded. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders. "It's fate. It's really fate. Scram. You managed to woo so many noble sisters just because of fate? Quick, tell me." "It's really fate. It's mainly shamelessness," Wu Yuhan said. "That makes sense. I think shamelessness is definitely an important factor." Feng Ling nodded. "If I woo you, won't you know how I woo them?" Lin Xian smiled at Feng Ling. "Scram. Darn scumbag. Yuhan, I don't know what you're thinking. This person probably has many women. Can you accept it?" Feng Ling looked at Wu Yuhan. "It's all the same," Wu Yuhan said. Feng Ling gaped her tiny mouth. How did Lin Xian train them to be so reasonable and magnanimous? Lin Xian really didn't do anything. If anything, it was his charm. He got them to be willing. Sigh, charm sure is troublesome. "Lin Xian, tell me, how many women do you have?" Feng Ling asked. Lin Xian. "How many? That was really too many. 20? If you asked Lin Xian to think now, Lin Xian might even want to forget some people. Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, Linglong Shui, Bing, Huang Shi, Bing Lingyue, Murong Yu, Wu Yuhan, Lan Xingxing, Lu Yufan, Miao Xiaomiao, Bai Shenxian, Luo Chenxi, Wang Xintong, Lang Wuxin. They could be counted. Xiao Runing should be counted too. Then, there were some who were predetermined but not counted. Yi Yi, Xiao Xinyue, Anxin, Murong Qing, Zi Qiue, Ling Longyue, Zhao Yunqi. That should be enough? Anyway, there were too many. Alright, there was Feng Ling. Alright, there was one more. Wu Yunuo should be counted too, right? There were two more. Yi Renbing's palm, Xue Bingxin and Xue Binglan. Alright, there was also little fairy Linya. What? Little longer? No. She was too young. Damn. 20 was not enough. There were more than 20. There should be no more, right? Who else is there? Everyone, comment. You might forget. Feng Ling, Wu Yuhan. To be honest, when Lin Xian thought about it, he was dumbfounded. Damn. So many. Does this mean that all the beautiful girls I know are the same? Wu Yuhan glanced at Lin Xian. Did this mean that all the 6 girls in her team who were participating in the Qianwu conference were the same? What the heck? Cough cough. Lin Xian coughed dryly. Feng Ling. Why? Was this Lin Xian really that good? Can your body do it? Feng Ling looked at Lin Xian in shock. Xiao Yuhan, tell him if my body can do it? Lin Xian smiled. No. Wu Yuhan shook her head and said. Lin Xian. Pft, ha ha ha. Feng Ling could not help but laugh out loud. So it can't, ha ha ha. Feng Ling laughed until she was convulsing. Just you wait. Lin Xian glared at Wu Yuhan. However, Feng Ling was really shocked. This Lin Xian was simply invincible. Are you going back tomorrow? Feng Ling asked after she finished laughing. Chapter 1438. The matter here was already over. Lin Xian really didn't come here to play. It was really for Wu Yuhan's matter. Go back. I'll go back tomorrow. Lin and City still has a group of beautiful girls waiting for me. Every day they say they miss me. Sigh, being too charming is really a troublesome matter. Lin Xian sighed. Get lost. Feng Ling rolled her eyes in displeasure. The most displeased person was actually the happiest man. Are you going? Lin Xian asked. I'm going. You said you would treat me to a meal. Feng Ling said. Of course, I'll introduce you to a friend. Feng Ling also wanted to know. She wanted to see if the girls around Lin Xian were all beautiful. Anyway, Murong Yu, Ling Ying, and Han Chuxue were all super beautiful. Humph. Feng Ling snorted. On the other side, Duan Ling Xiao couldn't contact Chu He anymore. However, the matter in Feng Nation had already happened. It was impossible for him to know instantly unless it was reported on the news. What's going on? Why isn't Chu He replying? Duan Ling Xiao frowned and kept pacing. He was even a little scared. He was worried that something had happened to Chu He. If something happened to Chu He, something might happen to him too. Although he was already very careful to contact Chu He and didn't leave any loopholes, he didn't use the method of chatting. Instead, he used a voice message. Unless Chu He recorded it. So he was worried. If this Chu He wasn't human, if he was caught and something happened to him, if he was exposed, would he be in danger? The key point was that it was very strange that he couldn't contact Chu He. It made him feel uneasy. Young master, young master. At this time, a young man ran into his villa. What's the matter? Duan Ling Xiao asked. Young master, quickly look at the news. Duan Ling Xiao then opened the news. Today's report, Feng Nation's Chu family's head is suspected of attempted murder and has been arrested by the temple. What? Duan Ling Xiao frowned. Such a big matter actually happened to the Chu family? Could it be Lin Xian? What about Chu He? Did you find out anything? Duan Ling Xiao hurriedly asked. This? Young master, we don't have anyone over there, and we haven't received any news. Unless we go over there, or if someone over there knows about it, then we will know about it. Ha ha ha. Son, good news, good news. At this moment, Duan Tianming walked in with a smile. Father. Duan Ling Xiao stood up. What good news? You've entered the God's Awakening door. Duan Tianming looked at Duan Ling Xiao and said. Duan Ling Xiao's eyes suddenly lit up. What? Is Lin Xian dead? Duan Ling Xiao asked excitedly. It's not Lin Xian. Duan Tianming frowned when he heard Lin Xian's words. That is... Chu He. Duan Ling Xiao. Chu He is dead? Yeah, Lin Xian killed him. Duan Ling Xiao. To be precise, Chu He and more than 20 great void stage experts from the Chu clan tried to assassinate Lin Xian, but they were all killed by Lin Xian alone. Duan Tianming said. What? Duan Ling Xiao revealed an expression of disbelief as his eyes widened. How is that possible? It's impossible. Someone else might have interfered, but Chu He's death is a fact, and the Chu clan is basically finished. Duan Tianming said. Because Chu He is dead, and the one handling this matter is coincidentally the sacred temple, the news came quickly. There are 10 spots in the God's Awakening door. Since he is dead, you are naturally the 11th to enter the 10th place. Duan Ling Xiao took a deep breath. It was a pity. It wasn't Lin Xian who was dead, but Chu He was dead. He was also in the top 10. It was a pity that it wasn't Lin Xian who died. But he was already very satisfied. It was just that. Damn it. Was this Lin Xian really that hard to kill? I got it. I will prepare for the God's Awakening door and try to step on Lin Xian when I come out. Duan Ling Xiao clenched his fists and said. Did you interfere in this matter? Duan Tianming asked. Duan Ling Xiao quickly shook his head. Why would I interfere in this matter? I guess there was some conflict between Lin Xian and Chu He. Coincidentally, Lin Xian went to Feng Nation and gave Chu He this opportunity. It's best if it wasn't you. Remember, don't provoke that Lin Xian. He's definitely not as simple as he looks. Moreover, he has advanced to the Absolute Void stage. You are not his match. Advanced to the Absolute Void stage? Duan Ling Xiao clenched his fists. I don't care what happens to you in the future, and I don't care what you can obtain in the God's Awakening door. Once you enter the God's Awakening door, you must remember not to make an enemy of that Lin Xian. Of the 10 people who enter the God's Awakening door, 6 of them are women, including Zhuge Feng and Feng Ling. They are basically Lin Xian's friends, and you will be alone and helpless. Duan Ling Xiao nodded. I know. After I go, I will do everything to improve myself. And you must remember, no matter where you are, you must control your emotions. If you can't endure small things, you will mess up big plans. Understood, Father. Prepare for the God's Awakening door. During this period of time, see if you can break through to the Absolute Void stage. If you can, I will be more at ease when you enter with your Absolute Void stage cultivation. Okay. Duan Tianming then walked away. Duan Ling Xiao clenched his fists. Lin Xian. This young master doesn't believe that you will survive in the end. He really wanted to kill Lin Xian. However, he felt that this person was a King cockroach. He felt that if it were him, he would have died a long time ago. However, Duan Tianming was completely fine. Everyone, stop for a moment. Lin Xian is coming back. Let's make a feast together. In the Gale mercenary group, Lu Yufan clapped her hands and said, they did a lot of things together now. They leveled up together, ate, drank, and had fun together. In any case, Lin Xian's women were divided into a few groups. They played with each other the most and were often together. Lu Yufan's group, Ling Longshui's group, Ling Ying's group, Bai Xuanxuan's group, Murong Qing's group, and so on. Lan Xingxing was, of course, in Ling Ying's group. However, she often came here to play because there was a big celebrity that she liked very much. Zi Qiwei really liked this kind of life. As their big sister, she also got along very well with them. Wow! Lin Xian is coming back? Zhao Yunqi's beautiful eyes lit up. Then I'll go buy ingredients. Yi said. I'll accompany Yi. Zi Qiwei smiled. Then what should I do? An Xian asked. Big sister An, accompany me to knead the noodles. Lin Xian likes to eat handmade noodles, Zhao Yunqi said. Okay. An Xian nodded happily. Miao Xiao Miao, Lu Yufan, and the others also began to practice. Chapter 1439. Lin Xian brought Feng Ling and Wu Yuhan here. The group of beautiful girls had already prepared a meal and were waiting for Lin Xian's arrival. Hello, everybody, I'm back. Lin Xian ran in. Then, all the girls were pleasantly surprised. Until Feng Ling and Wu Yuhan, who were behind Lin Xian, appeared. It wasn't that they were hostile. Damn, he brought beautiful girls back again. When Feng Ling walked in, she was dumbfounded. So many beautiful girls, so many. At first, she thought that Lin Xian wanted to bring her to see Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, and the others. Only now did she realize that there was another group? Wait. You're an Xian? Feng Ling opened her mouth and looked at an Xin. I remember you. I saw you when I watched the live broadcast of the Qianwu conference. An Xian looked at Feng Ling and said, Wow. It's really an Exian. At this moment, Zi Qiue walked out with soup. The soup is here. Heavenly consort Zi Qiue? Feng Ling opened her mouth wide. An Exian and heavenly consort Zi Qiue were here too? Could they also be Lin Xian's women? Impossible, right? What the F***CK? Hello. Zi Qiue smiled and nodded at an Exian. Heavenly consort, you're also Lin Xian's woman? Everyone was stunned for a moment. Zi Qiue smiled and said, No, I'm here to play. I'm temporarily staying here and improving my realm with everyone. After all, if I don't improve, I'll be old. Fortunately, Feng Ling let out a long sigh of relief. She was almost scared to death. However, if someone is willing, I can consider it. Zi Qiue said as if she was joking. Feng Ling. Cough, cough, cough. Let's eat. Lin Xian said with a smile. Then, Lin Xian looked at Feng Ling and said, This is the meal I'm treating you to. Feng Ling. Bastard. You. She pointed at Lin Xian. Humph. There will be a next time anyway. Lin Xian smiled and nodded. Yes. There will be a next time. Next time? The next time this young master brings a dozen or so girls to eat together, you still have the nerve to order a bunch of expensive things there? You still want to trick me? Maybe in the next life. They then sat together. Who made this seafood noodles? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Me, little Meow Meow, and Sister Qiue. Zhao Yunqi said with a red face. Not bad. The handmade noodles are chewy. You put a lot of effort into it. Tisk, who made it for you? We knew that a friend was coming over, so we made it for our friend and gave it to you to eat. Meow Xiao Meow said with her cute little nose wrinkled. Lin Xian couldn't help but laugh. Then, Lin Xian glanced at everyone's cultivation. They had all improved quite quickly. Feng Ling was scared to death. An Exian was also here. Zi Qiue was also here. Oh my god. Lin Xian, are you bringing us to grind levels tonight? An Exian asked. Me? I'll pass. Let her bring us. Lin Xian pointed at Feng Ling. She's an expert who's almost at the virtualization stage. Moreover, she has the spatial attribute. She can protect you guys. Lin Xian smiled. Wow. Is that okay? An Exian looked at Feng Ling. Feng Ling nodded repeatedly. Of course, no problem. I'm also here to make friends. Let's go together. Okay. We won't bring this stinky hooligan. Even if he wants to go, we won't let him go. Lu Yufan glared at Lin Xian. Yi held back her laughter. They then chatted happily. It was even difficult for Lin Xian to interrupt. By the way, Lin Xian, do Sister Linglong Shui and the others also live in Lin and City? Feng Ling suddenly asked. Lu Yufan nodded. Yes. Feng Ling, you know them too. Let's go play with them tonight. We haven't seen them for a long time, but we often play games together. Lin Xian. Damn. No. Lin Xian hurriedly said. Feng Ling knew that they had given birth to his baby. Lin Xian didn't care about it. Even if he didn't pursue her, Lin Xian didn't think it was a problem. However, if these girls knew, then he... Wow. Why? They looked at Lin Xian in confusion. They went on a trip. Nonsense. Yesterday, Sister Linglong Shui said that she welcomed me to her place as a guest. I just forgot to ask her where she was. Since she said so, how could she go on a trip? Feng Ling rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. I know why this person is here and is afraid to let us go. Meow Xiao Meow said. Why? They all looked at Meow Xiao Meow curiously. Because this person made Sister Linglong Shui pregnant. She even gave birth to a baby. So it's because of this. Damn hooligan, scumbag, tui. Tui, 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 tui. Lin Xian. Damn. Why did it feel like they all knew? You're still hiding it from us? Damn scumbag. Lu Yufan glared at Lin Xian. No, Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. Last time, Sister Linglong Shui and the others went out to play. Coincidentally, we also went out to play and bumped into them. Everyone knows, Miao Xiao Miao said unhappily. Seriously, why did you tell us such a big thing? We didn't even have time to buy gifts. The baby is already so big, and we only know about their existence. Ah. But they're so cute. They're really cute. It's true. Little Shusher is so smart. Little Channy is also super smart. I was shocked at that time. Zhao Yunqi nodded and said. Then Ling Ying and the others. Lin Xian coughed dryly and asked. We all know. They rolled their eyes. How could they not know why Lin Xian didn't tell them? But many of them actually knew some things in their hearts. For example, those girls might be Lin Xian's women. Since they didn't choose to leave even though they knew, it meant that they had thought it through and didn't care about these things. Lin Xian, damn. He's really a scumbag. Feng Ling mumbled. But didn't these girls blame him? Actually, if there were fewer girls, they might blame Lin Xian. But if there were more girls, they wouldn't blame him. Why? They would think that if so many girls could accept this, why couldn't she? Moreover, they were all good friends and played very well. Therefore, Lin Xian didn't do anything at all. It was all these girls' own strategies. Ahem. Lin Xian was indeed embarrassed and coughed dryly. Then let's find a chance to gather everyone together. Lin Xian said. Then tonight. Zi Qiue asked with a smile. Okay. Lin Xian nodded. Since everyone knew, what was there to be afraid of? In the afternoon, Lin Xian played with them for the whole afternoon. At night, he went to Linglong Shui and the others' place. You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.